It is time to go live. I'm live right now. I am live. It seems like there's a delay. Okay. I love how it just... Okay, for some reason, when you start up a YouTube stream, it's like, hey, let me show you 30 seconds before this motherfucker streamed, so now I look like a fucking dummy. Okay. Ow now, brown cow. Is anybody seeing me say this? Is this happening? Is this real? I'm alive. Swiggity swoogity, I'm here for the YouTube booty. Okay, so I'm not getting... Okay, let me move this over here. I think... Yeah, that'll work better. This way I can see what's going on. Let me just post this on the relevant medias. Is this happening? Is this... Oh shit. Oh shit, I can hear myself in one of these. That's not good. Okay, people are here. We're live. Go ahead and drop a like on the stream if you feel alive right now. Okay, I need to take down the energy a little bit. I don't want to burn myself out before I can give the fine people of this stream the good advice that they want. Okay, fuck. Should I have enabled a slow mode? Possibly. Possibly. That may have been a good idea. That may have been a good idea, but I actually do not know how to do this on the current thing. Yes, we've got Skyrim in the background, because it's making me feel comfortable. I hope it makes you feel comfortable. Skyrim music and ambience towns. Okay, okay. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say... Wait, let's just say hello. Let me say hi to some people. Mechanic Gopher. What's good? Rise Septiceye. Hannah BJ. Wilt. My dude. Colonel. Elkrid. Percy. Difficult Bake Oven. I fucking love your name. That's a great name. You're gonna make it big on YouTube with a name like that. It's my birthday today. Walmart Karen. Happy fucking birthday. It's free real estate. Account removed. What's good? Just want to say hi to everybody. Let everybody funnel in before we get into the hardcore advice that is going to make you explode on YouTube. You're gonna get so much growth that it's gonna you're gonna go mentally insane. It's gonna ruin your life how much you're going to succeed on this platform. I'm joking. That was actually kind of probably in bad taste. Thoughts on MK? Not super familiar with what's going on the channel right now. I like those guys. Well, actually, I only know two of them. I know Damien, who's not with MK anymore. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. I know I've talked to Slazo for like 4 DM messages, and I don't know the rest of them, but from what I've heard from Damien, that they're good dudes. So, thank you so much for the $2 donation, by the way. Viewer activity. Okay, yeah, I should probably have that up there, so that if anybody donates... Okay, I'm just trying to collect myself a little bit here. So, first thing, let's all drink some water. Let's all take a sip of water real quick. To get ourselves, I'm too depressed to be able to be helped by this. You know what? That's what I thought too when I first got started on YouTube. I think if you're not ready for it right now, this will inform you so that you'll be able to be ready when you get there, you know? Okie doke. So the first piece of advice that I want to give before we get into like questions or anything is this is just going to be like the start. This is going to be a very general stream. I'm going to try and answer everybody's questions as much as I can, but you're definitely not going to get all of your like answers on how to succeed on YouTube from this video. So because of that, I've linked some important YouTube advice channels down below. I'm not associated with any of them. I've spoken like less than 3 sentences to any of those people down there, so they're just there to help you. These are people whose videos I watched pretty much religiously to get started on YouTube. So if you have questions about like, oh, what software should I use for editing? What software should I use for recording? What kind of mics should I use? Or any of like the growth questions or how to perform on camera, all of that stuff will be answered in their videos as well. So if you want like a more deep dive into some of the specific topics that you might be interested in, click on those channels, subscribe to them, make them some of your regular viewing, because it's going to keep you in the right mindset and give you some good information. Spuds, thank you so much for the $5. Let's get into questions. So how I'm going to do questions is basically, if you donate, I'm 100% going to answer your question. If you put it in chat, I'm going to try my best to answer your questions. Try not to, like, spam the question too often. Maybe once every, like, minute, 2 minutes, something like that. This way it doesn't get, like, just a bunch of people spamming their questions, like, over and over and over again. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's see what we got here. How are you doing in the quarantine? I'm doing well. Me and my family are okay. Not really a YouTube advice question, but I appreciate your concern. I'm doing well. I hope you guys are all doing really well too. 50% of people watching and not being subbed is a good thing. Yes, I would agree. I would agree. In my approximation of how performance goes on my channel, the more people watching that aren't subbed, the better. Like, obviously you want to convert viewers into subscribers over time, like, that's great. You want to have, like, loyal viewers, people that consider themselves, like, fans, or people that just want to consume your content on a regular basis. But what you find out from most of the people watching your videos not being subscribed is that YouTube is showing your videos to new people, which is incredibly important for the health and growth of your YouTube channel. So, if you see those statistics and it shows that, like, most people watching aren't subscribed, don't get mad at that. Be happy that YouTube is exposing you to new people. Let's take a, I gotta move my mic a little bit here. Okay, a Possessed Potato Bird official, thank you for the $4.99 donation. Hi, can you please put an axolotl at the beginning of your next video? I love them, and they're going extinct, and nobody's fucking talking about it? I didn't know this, so nobody really, I mean, it's not exposed to me enough. Giving you the Trump bucks. Thank you, Osiris, I love you very much, it's my girlfriend. Yeah, I could put an axolotl at the beginning of my next video. Please do more anti-MLM, and maybe Glurge content? I'm not sure what Glurge content is, but I do like anti-MLM. I got a little burnt out on it, but I should be back with more of that. But thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate that a lot. You're very sweet. Any advice for starting a gaming channel? I've been doing it for a year, and I have 133 subs. I edit on Share Factory. So I'm not really super familiar with, oh my god, I'm so out of shape. Me just trying to, like, speak, like, quickly is getting me out of breath. I need to get my health together. I'm not super familiar with all of, like, the hot, free editing softwares or anything like that. I would suggest, if you're starting a channel, look up, like, best free editing software. There's probably gonna be some good stuff in there. I currently use Camtasia, which is a very, very simplistic editing software, which I like. It's insanely overpriced, though. It's like $250. I regret purchasing it every day, but also it fits my needs, so I don't know. It's not great. But gaming channel. You run a gaming channel and you're trying to succeed. Okay, so gaming channels are pretty complicated because there's so many different games, there's so many different things that you can do with a gaming channel, but what I would mainly recommend is try to have topic-driven gaming videos. Like instead of doing, like, hey, Skyrim Let's Play Part 57, like, if you don't already have an audience that's, like, invested in your Skyrim Let's Play series, that's probably not going to get a lot of new eyes, but, like, let's just use, for example, there's a brand new game out called Valorant, and it's got a bunch of different characters in it. Like, if you can make a video about, like, how to play Jet, a specific character in Valorant, there are going to be people out there looking for a guide on that character because the game is brand new. Now, that might not exactly apply to the game that you're playing or whatever. I have over-caffeinated, like, way too extremely, and my mouth is moving faster than my lungs can support the words coming out. But, this is such a fucking wake-up call for my health. I need to get in shape so badly. I mean, you can see it, but, like, I'm feeling it at the moment. So yeah, try to dive into, like, topics, like revolving around your game. Like maybe if there's like a difficult section, or if there's some Easter egg, or if you want to make like a top 10 weapons in like the game that you play, or like top 10 submachine guns, a subset of weapons that's even better. Like anything specific that you can make, like revolving around the game and or games that you play, is going to do better than just general content. That would be my best advice. Yeah, gaming channels are super cool. I love watching gaming content. I want to create more gaming content myself, but I've just been slacking hard in general. But yeah, there's a lot of success to be had in that field. You just have to try and find stuff. And this is actually, like, I'm waffling on for so long about this, but I have a lot to say about all of this shit. This is actually an important piece of advice for any YouTube channel. You want to try and find what we call white space in the industry, and that's like an audience that's underserved, or a topic that's underserved. Like when I started my YouTube channel, making Reddit videos and stuff, there weren't that many Reddit videos at that time. Sure, there were like 5 to 10 channels doing it, but like I had watched all of Soro TV's videos, I had watched all of Soot House videos, and I was like, yo, I'm craving more in this genre, so maybe I can create something in this genre that maybe there are other people out there that are craving more of this content. And that's gonna be huge for you. If you can find something where the content just isn't there yet, or there just isn't enough of it, it's gonna be good. It might not work the first time, but if you keep making videos, you'll start to get some traction. Let me just read some super chats. Thank you, Fair Travels, for the $2. I try my best to be a positive creator. I'm not always, like, I don't want to lie to you guys, not always the most positive person on the planet, but, like, you know, I try, and I feel like if you're gonna send any message out there, it's better to send a positive one out than a negative one. Like, if I just told you guys, like, hey, success on YouTube is extremely difficult, you're probably not gonna fucking make it. You're screwed. You have no skills, you have no talents, you're just kind of a piece of shit, and nobody wants to watch what you're making. Like, that would suck. That would, how shitty would that be? But that, like, it is difficult. Like, there are a lot of people trying to do the same thing as you, but if you have a strategy, hopefully it'll work out. Possessed Burn Official, is that the axolotl? Thank you so much for the extra $2. I will put an axolotl at the beginning of my next video. If I don't do it, anybody that's watching this stream, check out my next video, and if I don't put an axolotl at the beginning of it, I want you to, like, tear me a new asshole. Your worst mistake on YouTube? Ooh, that's a good question. What would I really consider my worst mistake on YouTube? I mean, there've been a lot. There's been a ton. I've come close to making some serious mistakes. I've come close, to making videos about, like, drama topics where I would have been participating in cancel culture, and I would have really regretted that if I had gone through with it, and I'm glad I didn't. Like, in the moment, I was so sure that, like, this person or whatever was guilty that I almost made a video on it, and I'm so glad I didn't, because more information came out. Like, it's important to jump on trending topics, but if that trending topic is, like, the downfall of somebody's career that's, like, based on circumstantial evidence or, like, very little evidence, just be careful with that shit. Don't, like, hop on trends to your detriment. That's the piece of advice that I'll give you from that. Also, I would say my biggest mistake that I actually went through with on YouTube was creating a Discord server when I did not understand Discord at all and had no capability whatsoever to run a community of that size. Because, like, there's a YouTube community, there's, like, your Twitch community, your Twitter community, your Instagram community. All of those pale in comparison to the actual connection that people have on a Discord server, and all of the issues in relationships that people have on a Discord server. So, like, just, if you're a YouTuber and you're growing fast, just be careful with that shit, because if you're not in touch well enough with your mod team, if you're not in touch well enough with the server, it can become a mess really quickly. I've heard so many horror stories of people's Discord servers becoming toxic or like turning into a fucking wreck, because it's just a really hard thing to manage and run when you have that many people in one community. I'm just gonna take a sip of coffee real quick. Also, thank you so much for the donation, the one and only W. James, no, you're fucking beautiful, James. It's been so fun hanging out with you, my dude. Thank you for the $2. Everyone go check out the Gamer Shankster. I guess check out that YouTube channel. Thank you for the $2, the one and only W. Let me answer some more questions from the chat. What's the biggest regret you have from being a YouTuber? Dark Side. I would say the biggest regret I have from being a YouTuber is not forcing myself to leave my house, and be active. Like, as you can see, if you look at videos from like a year ago, a year and a half ago, or anything where I'm pictured, I've gained weight. And I was already fat, so like it's so weird to have been fat my entire life and be like even fatter now, to the point where it's like comparably I've gained weight. So that's what I would say. Like, if you have a job where you can be home all the time, like this goes even beyond YouTube, like don't let yourself get carried away. Leave the fucking house, be active. Even if you can't leave the house, like, find things to do at home. Like, I've got some dumbbells, there's plenty of body weight exercises that you can do. So yeah. How do you start out fresh? I'm Green from Twitch. You used my situation as example on your last stream. I want to become a commentary channel, not a gaming channel. I want to become a commentary channel, if not a gaming channel. Can you help with that? Okay, GZ Green. I don't remember every single detail of your situation on that Twitch stream, but I'll try and advise you as best I can. So you're coming from Twitch, you want to be a commentary channel, gaming channel. It's a really general situation. The commentary community is hard to break into if you don't want to just go cutthroat and be like, oh, Kavos is a piece of shit, I fucking hate his guts. My problem with I'm Alex, my issue with iNabber, like, the commentary community, especially YouTube commentary, can be extremely toxic. I'm not sure exactly what commentary you're talking about. If you want to be like a Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden-esque YouTube channel, that would be cool. That's a lot less toxic, for sure. What would my best advice be? I would just say the whitespace thing. Honestly, that is like my biggest piece of advice. Actually, I want to turn this into a general, like, you out there, you have not put any videos on YouTube, maybe you've put a couple, how to get started. The first best piece of advice I can give to anybody is just upload something, anything, to youtube.com. I do not care what it is. I don't care if you're on camera. I don't care if you're on mic. Just upload an MP4 to youtube.com. I'm spitting in the camera right now because I'm so fucking passionate about this. You just have to get used to uploading content. And if you want to be on camera, practice that. If you want to be on mic, practice that. You don't need to be on camera. You should probably be on microphone unless you want to be like, I don't know, just one of those channels that doesn't talk to their audience or whatever. I'm not exactly sure how to do that, so I'm wicked unfamiliar with that thing, but just upload some content to YouTube. Then you're going to want to start a content strategy and start releasing videos that you have a plan for. You've said like, hey, here's a topic that not enough people are making content on. I think that I have some authority to talk about it or whatever. Let me make a video. Or here's some obscure TV commercial from the 90s that was extremely creepy and weird, and I haven't seen anybody talk about it. Like, make that fucking video and just get into it, you know? And sort of going back to something that somebody else said about, like, percentage of your viewers that are subscribed versus not subscribed, the same thing applies to likes and dislikes. If you are getting 100% likes on your video, that's great. Everybody's approved of your video. That's awesome. But it probably also means that not enough people that aren't your core audience have seen the video. So, like, let's say I've got a video on my channel with like 99.5% likes. That means that video has not reached outside of my core audience, and that makes me kind of disappointed. But if I have a video with like 95% likes, maybe it's a little bit more controversial, that usually means that YouTube has exposed my video to new audiences. So don't always be scared away by dislikes. They might just mean that new people are seeing your content. So stay cool. That was a really long and like all over the place explanation, but just try and like piece all of these responses together as like individual pieces of advice. I appreciate you guys like bearing with me. Mary Lynch, thank you for the 99 cents and the cute little winky face. The one and only W, thoughts on Resident Evil? I think the series is really, really good and creepy. I've only played like Resident Evil 4 and a little bit of Resident Evil 1 and a little bit of Resident Evil 5. I don't have the best like experience with the entire series, but I do think that it's fun and it's obviously super iconic. Thank you for the $2, man. Twin1 Twin A, thank you so much for the fucking $10. It's insane. Howdy Q, longtime fan. Gaming channel, just a little over 1K subs, but average 15 to 40 views on each video. Tips for raising views. Okay, so that does not surprise me. There's a lot of people that are in that 1,000 subscriber range that can't reach like over 100 views. I am actually going to look at your channel. I'm spitting so fucking much. Wait, why can't I like just find your channel? Okay, there we go. I gotta click over here. I just want to look at this person's channel real quick because it might help other people out. Why can't I? Oh my god, that's so obnoxious. Okay, this should help me. Why can't I go to their channel? This is evil. This is evil. YouTube.com is broken. I need to go to my own channel now. Now I need to go to my own channel, try and find the live stream, get back into the live stream to find this person's channel. Okay, I'm live now. qstar.com/penis. That's not... If you go to qstar.com, I'm pretty sure it's some sort of industrial cleaning company. So, can you not go to people's channel? Okay, let me just search Twin1 Twin A then. I'll do it the easy way. Hopefully this will work. I'm sorry for this taking so long, but I do just want to check out... Okay, 1.35k subscribers.
Howdy. Hey, I'm Twin.
Holy shit. Okay, so your channel trailer... Wait, let me actually just do this real quick. I hope you're ready for everybody on the stream to see your YouTube channel, because that's what's about to happen. Once again, my apologies. Okay. Okay, so this should be now in the background of the stream, maybe? Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully it doesn't crash everything and everything breaks and is awful. So, let me go to Streamlabs. Okay, it's in the background now. God, this is so annoying. I can't look at anybody's chats right now, so I apologize if that's the case. Okay, so we've got Twin1 Twin A here, and I'm not going to be doing a ton of channel reviews. I might do a separate stream for that, but I just want to use this as an example real quick. So 1.35k subscribers, 27,000 views on your channel trailer.
Hey, I'm Twin1, I'm Twin A, and this is...
But it's unlisted. Okay, I'm not sure why your channel trailer is unlisted. I'm not sure why it only has 1 comment, 1 dislike, and 27,000 views. That's really confusing to me. None of that makes sense. The thing that I was thinking is maybe a lot of people are showing up on your channel page, and that's why you've got 27,000 views on it. So if that's the case, you're doing a good job of getting people to your channel page. But this is sort of what I'm talking about with the gaming channel problems. And yeah. So, without even, like, I feel like something that people miss a lot is they think about, like, content quality a lot. Like, these could all be fucking the best videos on YouTube. I have no clue what their quality is. But what I do know is that we're in part 7 of Heavy Rain. I don't really know what's going on there. I did not mean to actually click on that video all the way through. We're in part 7 of Heavy Rain, we're on part 3 of Final Fantasy, we're on part 6. These are all Let's Plays, and now we've got something playing. Oh god, it's the channel trailer. I'm sorry, everybody. I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm trying my best. Oh my god, why won't it stop playing? Like, pause. Oh my god, it won't stop! Maybe this is why you have so many views, because we actually can't stop your channel trailer from playing. Okay, we've officially stopped the channel trailer. Not that it was bad, it was great, it was fine. But these are all Let's Plays, and they just don't stand out. You know, okay, you got Resident Evil 3 here, that's a new game. That's probably why the views are so high. So, what I would suggest, and I'm not an expert on any of this, but what I would personally suggest is that you try and target your, let me just get back to, like, the channel thing. So, okay, so now I can actually, like, see your guys' chats and stuff. We should be good. So what I would suggest in this situation is, try and have more, like, targeted, videos. So like you can continue the Let's Play series. I think that's perfectly fine because honestly, I've found channels and then gone back to watch their Let's Plays if I like the people's personalities. I think that's totally fine. But if you want to actually like grow and all of that stuff, I would suggest doing more like topic driven videos. Like, let's say there's some sort of, like, exploit you can do to Nemesis, or some, like, funny thing that Nemesis does in Resident Evil 3. Try and make a video revolving around that, or, like, just something more specific, because since Resident Evil 3 is such a popular game right now, your Let's Play is going to be, like, buried in a bunch of Let's Plays. And it was one of your more successful Let's Plays, so that probably means that your audience was tuning in more. So I don't really have, like, specific examples. I'm talking so much. Oh my god, I can just see my hands doing all these things on the screen right now. I have ADHD. It's a problem. So yeah, what I would suggest is just more topic-driven stuff. Instead of doing so many Let's Plays, try and find, like, you know, something that you can, some sort of topic that you can build videos around. I'm trying to come up with examples right now, and I'm just blanking so hard. But, like, I think top 10s are cool. Like, top 10s can be overdone sometimes, but I do think that they are effective in, like, bringing new people in. Maybe, like, a tier list. Like, I know these things sound super basic, but they're just, like, things that people might be looking for, things that get recommended on YouTube. But just try and rack your brain. Like, you know the game that you're playing better than I do. Think of maybe certain things about that game, or certain elements of that game that could be turned into a video topic. Let's Plays are a tough business these days, sadly. They really are. Thank you, one and only W, for the $2 donation. Let me grab a one from chat. This way it doesn't just seem like, oh, you paid for an answer, so I'm gonna give you one. What's your advice about getting out of a rut? Like, feeling a little burnt out, have you ever gotten out of a rut? I am currently in the middle of a fucking bad rut. I find that the best way for me to get out of a rut is just changing up what I'm doing. So, like, I was in a really rough rut for a while where I think I put out, like, 3 or 4 videos in a fucking month, which is horrible for me. Like, it's unacceptable. It doesn't take me a lot of time to make a video, but I just didn't have that drive to click the record button and just get it going. I felt unfunny, uninteresting, and I was like, hey, this is, and you guys might say, hey, you're unfunny and uninteresting all the time. You should feel that way. But like, but yeah, it was driving me to not want to click that record button. So what I did in that case was I was like, hey, I haven't streamed on Twitch in a while. Maybe I'll just, you know, play some Apex Legends or play some COD Zombies over on Twitch. So, like, even if, like, everybody's trying to grow on YouTube, everybody's trying to be more successful, like, right now I'm in this place where I want to be more creatively fulfilled and also, like, you know, keep growing and keep the momentum going and keep the audience there and enjoying the content. And, But sometimes you have to do things that don't necessarily actually help you in that case. But they're just things that are fun and are more content that you can create and are something that you'll enjoy. And I found that doing those Twitch streams kind of just reinvigorated me, like reconnecting with some of my audience, just doing some sort of online content, even if it's not like the videos that will keep my channel alive. It was just a fun thing to do. So I would suggest changing it up, trying something different, maybe even like try mixing in a non-online creative pursuit, like drawing something or like doing stand-up comedy. Maybe not right now in the middle of this fucking apocalypse, but you know, I'm spitting so much. Like, can somebody give me an advice stream on how not to fucking spit all over the camera and screen? How can I feel more confident in front of a mic? Okay, so, that's a great question. Diabetic gamer? Fuck yeah, dude. He's got diabetes and he's gaming. That's a fun name. I like that name. I think that's a good name for you, dude. So confidence in front of the mic. If you go, I actually want to just pause this real quick. Let's pause this. Let's go to Q-Star. Let's go to Q-Star. Let's go to this. Let's go to videos. Let's go to sort by oldest. All right. This is actually the first video that I ever talked in.
Why do they call it Johnson's baby powder? I get rashes.
69 likes, bro.
I swear by this stuff. It's good.
Okay. Okay. What's up, Mudahar? So that's not really a great example, but this is my first Reddit video.
And I'm Stephen Reed.
I just want you guys to kind of listen to
The
it.
world of Reddit nice guys. These are the nicest guys on the planet. They are the most trustworthy human being. Just hear them.
Do you hear anything? Maybe you hear that it's fucking quiet as shit. It's fucking almost unintelligible what the fuck I'm saying. So that's just kind of an example of I was in my room. I was embarrassed to be recording myself. I was talking to nobody, so I was kind of like, hey guys, welcome to Reddit. This is a nice guys video. These are the nicest guys. So you're gonna need some of that. You're not just gonna be this fucking guy that's doing this shit, yelling because he now has his own place and he can do that without annoying his parents and sister. But, so I would suggest two things. One, just start recording your voice. Just start recording it. Listen back to it. It is going to be like nails on a chalkboard. It is going to bother you beyond your wildest belief. You just gotta do it though. Just record your voice and listen to it. Try your best to upload a video to YouTube with your voice. Try your best to listen to things that you might not like and try to improve them a little bit. Other than like the natural sound of your voice, because you're never going to be able to do that. Alcohol might work. I see SNH saying alcohol. It might actually work, if you're of age, of course. And don't overdo it, because you're just going to be a fucking mess. And super chats, like, I see that coming in from Tosh K. Thank you so much for your fucking generous donation. I'm trying to, like, mix in reading super chats and reading the regular comments, because I don't want people to feel like they have to donate to get their question answered. But, I totally just fucking lost. Okay. Being on mic. So the two things I would suggest is just recording your voice, listening back to it, trying your best to upload it on YouTube, and then also practicing being goofy and loud by yourself. So try your best to be like a theater kid or some shit. Like, just really try to get comfortable being like, wow, oh my god, kid. Like that's probably annoying to you watching, and that's perfectly fine. It's not for anybody. It's just for you in your room. But if you just get that comfort of experimenting with your voice and what you do, it's gonna help you just be normal on your mic. So that's what I would suggest. It might not work right away. All of these pieces of advice are going to need to be iterated on. You're gonna need to do them over and over again. and you might not notice the big difference from video to video or from recording to recording, but over time you will. It's gonna be good. Is background music okay, or should it just be straight game noise and your voice? Random Gaming, I'll get back to Super Chats. I should probably read a couple Super Chats because I've done a few from the chat, but it can go either way. It can go either way. I've seen some people say that background music is annoying, and I've also heard people say, hey, there's like a lot of dead air in your video, that's annoying. So, like my buddy Candyroo, he makes Apex Legends videos. I honestly think that Candyroo's channel, I'll link it for you guys in the chat. Let me just go Candyroo. Okay, actually, I just want to talk about Candy for a second because I love him so much. He's a great guy. He's one of my good YouTube friends now. Candyroo. So I want to talk about Candyroo for a second because I think this actually applies to everything. So why I brought him up before is because he uses background music in his videos. And it's very pleasant, it's very chill, he has a chill vibe to him, so it all kind of goes together. Let me just move my face out of this frame real quick. But if I were you, I would look at Candy's videos on Apex Legends and try and do similar things to what he does for whatever game you play. And I suggest this because let me scroll back. Let me scroll back to like Apex came out like just over a year ago. So Candyroo was at a really rough point in his career where he had been successful on YouTube. He had gotten to 100,000 subscribers. Like that's a lot of people's big milestone that they'd love to hit someday. But his channel had sort of fallen off. Like it had a lot to do with the games that he was playing falling off in popularity and stuff, but he was able to reignite his channel by trying out a new game and making fun videos about that game. And he didn't do it by just doing like Apex Legends Let's Play Part 69. He did targeted like topic related videos like, is the wingman still good? Talking about a gun in the game that he plays that people might, you know, be curious about. He used Shroud. Shroud is a giant streamer, giant YouTuber. He tried to use his sensitivity for a week. Did it make him better at the game? Did it improve his gameplay? All of this sort of stuff, this topic-related content on YouTube for gamers is so important. It's really the way to go. And in my opinion, in my humble opinion. So I'm saying all of these things like they're absolute. Not all of this is absolute, but I think Candyroo is a great example of somebody that... I just want to show you his social blade. So you can, oh god, it's showing that I go on PC Part Picker down there. I just want to show you his social blade so you can see the journey that he's gone on. You can see, so this is... So, like his channel... Oh wait, this is not really aligned properly. So... his channel was, like, successful and at the height of its previous success, like, before Social Blade really tracks. But, like, here's a previous peak point. So in August of 2017, he got 1.1 million YouTube views. That's incredible. That's a lot of success. But over time, it just started to get worse and worse. To the point where, like, in February of 2019, I think maybe the month before Apex Legends came out, he went from 1 million views a month to 50,000 a month. And then he switched gears and pivoted to Apex and started making, you know, topic-related but also, like, personality-driven content about the game. And now he's one of the biggest Apex Legends YouTubers. He's, like, sponsored by EA. He's got all kinds of stuff going on. I'm fucking incredibly happy for him. I can't think of anybody that deserves the success as much. But it's because he didn't fucking give up, you know? And he kept at it. So, so that was like a bunch of things in one. A bunch of things in one, but you know, I just wanted to share that because I think that a lot of people think that like all of this is like random chance and that, oh, once you make it on YouTube, you're just like in the algorithm and everything's gonna be great for you. It's not always like that. You know, your channels can die and they can come back. And if a channel that's dead can come back, then you sure as hell can start something new and grow. So I just wanted to use that as a little bit of like motivation for you guys. Let's check out these super chats because I missed so many of them. Reading Real. I lost 40 pounds because of life's changes I made in response to realizing that I'd taken a female black pill. Your videos helped me realize that. Thank you. Yo, holy shit. That's incredible. I'm glad I could fucking help you out. That's insane. Congratulations on the 40 pounds lost. I'd love to lose 40 pounds. And I'm sure I'm much bigger than you, so I'm sure that 40 pounds was a lot harder for you than it would be for me, so congrats on that. And yeah, the black pill is a dangerous thing. Don't go down that road if you can avoid it. LaDarby Romeo, I'm so glad that you decided to do a face reveal because you seem to be thriving off the positive response despite your struggles with social anxiety. Yeah, thank you for the $5 and thank you for the kind words. I'm also glad that I decided to do the face reveal. It was a nerve-wracking thing, and may I please ask you to not clap while you talk in bits? Sorry, I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. I can't help it. I can't help it. I apologize if it's disturbing, but sometimes I just get that passion within me. But yeah, I'm a fat guy. I wasn't super happy with my appearance then. I'm even less happy with my appearance now. But yeah, I just wanted to do it because I felt like it gives more of a connection. You know, you can achieve more things on camera than you can with just audio. Not saying that you need to be on camera to be successful at all. There's plenty of people that don't. Internet Historian, one of my favorite channels on YouTube, one of the most successful channels on YouTube, doesn't show his face. Nobody knows what he looks like except like a few people that have actually met him in real life. Vesta Kylie. Wait, fucking... How do I fuck up your name like every single time? Well, Vesta, take it easy. I'm sorry that I'm missing all of these chats. There's probably so many things that are really cool and important that I'm missing, but there's just, I'm just trying to give the best answers that I can for all of these things. But, thank you for your encouragement, LaDarby. I am trying to stay, you know, on camera and stuff as much as I can. TCAP Recipes 2.0. You got any advice for... Thank you so much for the $5, by the way. You got any advice for cooking channels? I'm thinking about starting a second cooking channel, To Catch a Predator related. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Oh, did you get censored because you used Predator? I don't know. Your thoughts. Okay, not super familiar with the cooking space on YouTube, but the one thing that I would say is that it's really fucking difficult. It's not really difficult. It's not really difficult. Let me just backtrack a little bit, take a step of coffee. A step of coffee. And let me just say that I think that what you're doing with TCAP Recipes is actually one of the best ways to, like, be successful in any niche or any, like, genre of YouTube. Like, cooking. Super fucking general. So many cooking channels. Binging with Babish. This person, that person. I don't know them all. I pretty much only know Binging with Babish and two other people whose names I can't even fucking remember right now. But some sort of, like, specialty is important. Like, there's a woman on YouTube that does, like, depression time cooking or, like, scarcity cooking. I think that's genius. That's really cool. That's, like, a specific thing that sets her apart from other cooking channels. And I think the TCAP thing is really cool, too. So I wouldn't have any specific advice of what specialty in cooking to go after, but try and find some sort of niche in the cooking genre that you can sort of dive into and, you know, find your place so you can grow. I fucking love the Wolf Pit. The Wolf Pit is the shit, dude. I fucking love the Wolf Pit. He reviews, like, this is another genius fucking YouTube channel idea for something that just really didn't exist beforehand. Is he reviews, like, Dollar Tree food. Like, something that a lot of people would find absolutely disgusting and wouldn't want to eat, but, like, he says, hey, this is good from Dollar Tree, this isn't. This is actually how you can get better value for your dollar instead of going to Dollar Tree. Like, it's just, try and find something like that. It doesn't need to be, like, that perfect of an idea, but just something that will set you apart from other cooking channels. James Barnowski, if you ever do channel reviews, roast me. Thank you for the $2, dude. And I think I might do a channel review stream at one point. It's hard because I obviously don't have specific advice for everybody. But I might be able to find a thing or two that I can like not roast about your channel, but advise you about. And yes, I did show the Wolf Pit to Osiris, and I was so glad that she fucking liked it because I'm obsessed with the Wolf Pit. But I always thought that my interest in his channel was sort of niche. But you know, he's got like 500, 600,000 subscribers. So there's always a lot of people that like it. The one and only W, Let's Plays are a tough business these days, sadly. It is. It's tough to get going in the Let's Play genre. I feel like Let's Plays, I don't want to say that they're like dead, but I do think it's really hard to grow if you don't already have an audience that's invested in your channel with Let's Plays. Sad that GameQ died. GameQ is not dead! He will be resurrected. I promise. I promise you more stuff will be coming to GameQ. I swear to God, the biggest problem with GameQ, which is my gaming channel for anybody that doesn't know, is that my interests, or not my interests, I've had so many ideas for GameQ, and I've been working on the videos, but then my main channel has also not had enough content, so I'll get started on a GameQ video, and then I'll be like, oh fuck, I'm like 2 hours into working on this GameQ video, and I still don't have any content for the main channel. So then I'll abandon that video and start to work on something for the main channel. So I need to stop doing that and just like commit to an idea and take it to completion. I have problems with actually completing tasks, as some of you may be able to see. You know, I'll start things and not finish them a lot, so. Okay, Tosh K, thank you for the fucking $20. Something for folks to consider. I work more than I can game and don't have time to sit down and watch someone play a game. Listening to content is easier since I can listen at work. Audio-only content may be a good idea. I could not agree more. There's so much value to all the special stuff that you can do with visuals, and I think that visuals are really cool. But a segment of the audience is never going to see your video. And I would say, like, this actually, thank you so much for the $20, and thank you so much for that question, because I think it actually leads to an important piece of advice, at least in my opinion, and that's, I don't want to hold anybody back from creating, like, your YouTube masterpiece. But chances are, if you're at the beginning, I just burped, if you're at the beginning of your YouTube career, you've got some growing to do, and you've got some learning to do. So I would suggest making simpler videos. Making something and I'm not saying just record yourself for 20 minutes and upload it to YouTube. Like, do some edits, like cut it up so that it's tight and good, but try and keep it more simple so that you can learn the process of uploading videos to YouTube, see what works, see what doesn't work, and then sort of, you know, take it from there. Because I feel like a lot of people get caught up in making their masterpiece, or they upload their masterpiece and it doesn't work out because they have no authority on YouTube and nobody knows about their channel, and they get discouraged and they abandon it, and that sucks, and that bums me out a lot. So I don't want to see people do that. So I would advise to try and make things that are a little bit simpler while you're starting, and then maybe work up to some more like masterpiece type videos. Can I please? Oh shit. Okay. Loki, thank you for joining the channel as a new member. I appreciate it a lot. I recognize you from over on Twitch. You're a homie. Thank you for the continued support. I'm gonna finish off these. I'm gonna go through all these super chats that are currently in, and then I'm gonna switch back to reading the regular chat. So don't think that I'm like, I've said this like 6 times. I don't want people to think that they have to fucking pay to get their shit answered. Hey Q, first, you're the most personable and relatable creator I follow. Much love. Thank you fucking so much. Second, what are the most important things to do off of YouTube to grow? Okay, I think you mean outside of YouTube, and I would say this is kind of a complicated answer because I did some sketchy things to grow, and I don't know if they actually help. Fucking, by the way, thank you so much for the $8. That's insane. I appreciate it a lot. What's the most important thing to do off of YouTube to grow? getting to know people. I think getting to know people is important. I think that networking is important as far as being a YouTube creator is concerned. But a lot of people approach it the wrong way. A lot of people will go for like sub for sub, which is a horrible idea. Never do sub for sub. It only makes your subscriber number artificially high and doesn't actually bring viewers to your channel. But make real connections. Like, a good example of this is when I first got started, one of my first 10 subscribers was this dude Vash in the Pit. And he was a super cool guy. He did horror Let's Plays. I know I said don't do Let's Plays, but like he was making horror Let's Plays that I did really like. And we created a relationship. You know, we were friends. We would always reply to each other on Twitter and stuff. I found him through Twitter, through like the gaming space, retro gaming, horror gaming, all that good stuff. And so I liked his horror videos, so I would watch his videos, and he liked I was just starting with Reddit videos, and he actually gave me a shout out in one of his videos that got me people that checked out my channel and commented on my videos. And I honestly think that those first few actual real people coming over to my videos, not people that I told to sub for sub or whatever, actual real people coming over to check out my videos, kickstarted the growth on my channel. So getting to know real people, collaborating, just all of that stuff is really important. And you can sort of, I would honestly suggest doing that off of YouTube, as well as on YouTube if you can. And then another important off YouTube thing would be Reddit. And not just, I would always post my videos to r/funny and r/videos. Those are extremely difficult subreddits to get to the front page of. And keep in mind, Reddit has a 90-10 rule where you have to post 90% other people's content to every piece of your own content that you post in order to not get banned from the website. So I got banned a few times because of that. But finding niche communities that are interested in the stuff that you're making videos about can be a really important tool for getting views on your videos, because not only may you be able to post your videos in those subreddits and get views and get comments and stuff, but you can also meet people that are interested in the same stuff. Therefore, you can network, you can make friends, all that sort of good stuff. So those would be my two main tips. There's way more to that, but like I said, this stream is like a starting point. You're going to want to look up other videos about these sorts of topics, like how to market yourself outside of YouTube, or how to get views from other places than just YouTube recommending your content. Let me just take a drink of water real quick. This has been a really fun stream. I genuinely enjoy the fuck out of doing this. I was so nervous for it, but I'm feeling really good about it right now. Please drink water in the chat. You can't drink water in the chat, but if you're in the chat right now and you're watching the stream, take a sip of water for me. Don't be mad, Grayson? Do you mean Grayson, dude? I remember. I see you over there. Okay. Next question. Right now I upload daily. Have you found a certain upload schedule to be the best? Okay, so this is one of those things where I'm gonna say I'm preaching what I don't practice. And, I would say when you're smaller, daily videos might be a little bit too much. I would focus on content strategy. So I would focus on strategizing your uploads so you can say like, hey, this video is going to meet a certain need in this community and people are going to gravitate towards it. It's going to get views. It's going to help my channel grow. Every time you have an idea like that, I would upload it. And as far as like upload schedule is concerned, it definitely doesn't have to be every day. But I've heard from experts, I'm just hiccuping and burping all over the place right now. But I've heard from certain experts that having a set upload schedule, whatever that may be, is a good thing for, you know, maintaining consistency and giving your viewers something to look forward to and rely on when it comes to your content. Yeah, uploading daily is going to lead to burnout fast. I uploaded videos for like 130 days in a row or something like that, and I was extremely burnt out. I was not liking making YouTube videos at that point. Oh my god, my hands. The hands are crazy. Elkrid665, thank you so much for the $10. Also, Twin1 Twin A, thank you so much for the $5. You're extremely generous. What made you want to be a Reddit reader instead of other content? I have trouble finding what I want to start out with, and I feel like that's something a few other people are having trouble with. Selecting topics and selecting what you want to make content about is incredibly difficult. And it's also really important, so that's like Suck City combined. The reason that I got into Reddit reading was actually purely with the nice guys stuff. With the concept of nice guys, like, oh, I'm a nice guy, and then you don't want to date me? Fuck you, bitch. You guys all know what I'm talking about. If you watch this channel, you should. So basically, I saw these Reddit videos about nice guys, because that was the most popular genre of Reddit video at the beginning of the whole craze, if you will. And I said, I was a nice guy. I have some authority on this topic. I feel like I can make Reddit videos and look at these posts and commentate on it with authority. And so that's what really got me started. I felt like, while I could also goof on the nice guys, I could also relate to people that maybe had done that or were still doing that and give them some advice on how not to be that way anymore. So that's why I started with the Reddit stuff. I also did recognize, I'm going to be transparent with you guys, I did recognize that it was an up-and-coming genre. There weren't enough people making that sort of content. It seemed pretty easy to make. Turns out it was, if you want to do it the way that I do. And I could do it, so I just did it. And I'm here now. So, that's the story. That's the story, and this is fucking insane. Swiftwolf Coyote, I know that you're a member, and you're just supporting, like, insanely right now. Hey, Q, 50 fucking euros. Is that euros? That's fucking euro. 50 fucking euros. That's insane. Thank you so much. You're incredibly generous. Not only do you support on a monthly basis, but then you drop this crazy donation. Hey, Q, have you played Animal Crossing New Horizons yet? I'm a big Nintendo fan, so it's been great to see so many people enjoying the game so far. I was addicted to it off the bat. And then I started, like, playing other games and getting a little bit distracted from it. But I have been getting back into it. I've been playing it with my girlfriend. I've got some other friends that play it and stuff. So, yeah, I think it's a great game. I think if you have a Switch, I'd recommend it. Thank you so much for the fucking 50 euros. Not even to ask a question, but just to ask me if I want to like Animal Crossing. So, yeah, that's fucking dope. Thank you so much. And, yes, I enjoy me some Animal Crossing. Okay, back to the chat. TCAP Recipes 2.0, I just wanted to comment on this real quick. Says, I found you through Walter Fate. Walter Fate is actually one of the people that inspired me to create YouTube videos, because I saw that over the course of like a year, he went from having 0 subscribers to having 4,000 subscribers. I did not even know that it was possible to grow on YouTube anymore if you weren't already a popular channel. So, not only did the fact that he was making these videos about incels, this topic that I was fascinated with at the time, and still am, inspire me to create similar content, but he inspired me just with the fact that he was able to do it, and that it was possible. So, I really owe him everything for that. So, I love you, Walter. I know you're not out there right now, but, yeah, I love Walter Fate. T.A. Butterchew. Any advice for starting a career as a content creator? I'm just doing edits and short video memes right now because making them is easy for me, but I want to start doing gaming/anime commentary vids. Well, I'm actually really glad that you already started uploading some content to YouTube. Like I said, that's the first step. That's huge. You've already passed one of the major barriers that most people never make it past. So that's great. I'm really happy to see that. Any advice for starting to do gaming/commentary vids? Well, like I've said previously, if you're going to do gaming, I would encourage you to, instead of doing just Let's Plays, create like sort of commentary type videos where you commentate on a certain aspect of a game or like a certain play type in a game, whatever it might be. Pick a topic in the game and talk about that instead of just playing it. Anime commentary, I don't watch anime. I'm not super familiar with that whole community. But I will say that, you know, if there's an audience for it, create it, dude. Like, I would suggest maybe going with like a more niche anime to talk about that, maybe not as many people know about or whatever. Or maybe just an aspect of a certain anime that maybe people have not talked about enough. Like, just as a fucking example, I'm not calling out any anime specifically for this, mostly because I just don't know any anime other than like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and shit. Like, let's say that an anime that's extremely popular has a problem with sexualizing young girls, and nobody's calling them out for it. Like, maybe you're the person that can call them out and tell them the error in their ways and say, hey, maybe people shouldn't be fucking supporting this anime so much when they're sexualizing young women, or something like that, you know? Like, find either a smaller anime to commentate on, or an aspect of a larger anime that you might be able to have some original commentary on. A great example of this, I'm just gonna keep looking up channels because I think that there's so many up-and-coming people on YouTube that you can use as sort of a framework for how to grow. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. Virtus Joe is a great example of a YouTube channel that's just on the rise. And, like, here's a good example. Mordecai. I think he's from the show Regular Show. Not super familiar with that. But, Mordecai's the biggest simp in cartoon history. He's got 63.5 thousand subscribers, many of which he's gained very recently. This video has almost 400,000 views. And, you know, Steven Universe, or this isn't Steven Universe, Regular Show, or whatever the fuck Mordecai is from, is not a niche program. There's plenty of people making Regular Show content, but he was able to come up with an original premise for criticism or commentary on the show that drew people to his channel. Same thing with this, why Steven is the main problem in Steven Universe Future. There's plenty of people talking about Steven Universe Future, but Virtus Joey over here, was able to come up with an original idea that people gravitated towards. And he, like I said, he's gotten a lot of his growth very recently, and I think that this is something that a lot of people should look out for in, I just showed you clips of videos that were covered by my face, but it doesn't matter. It's not really important. The content of what I was saying was the most important part. His thumbnails are great too, by the way. But this is another thing that I would say to definitely look for when you're starting a YouTube channel or like thinking about exploring certain topics. Look like, okay, let's do this. What's a good topic? Let's look at Valorant. A game that I mentioned earlier that I've been enjoying a lot. Let me move my fat face out of the frame. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at the top like 4 videos in this topic. Clickheads, let's open that in a new tab. Let's open back to the game. The Score Esports, Pro Guides Valorant Tips. So,
so if you like esports,
so, alright, these aren't like the best examples, but these are decent examples. So, wait, no, this isn't actually, these aren't really great examples. Okay, no, but this is a good example, actually. So, there's a lot of people making content on Valorant right now because it's a new game, it's extremely popular on Twitch, it's doing really well. So, Clickheads here has 22,000 subscribers. This video came out today, and it's got 8.4 thousand views. And when I search Valorant, it's showing up as number 1. That's really impressive. Let's look at back to the game. 54.9 thousand subscribers. Video came out yesterday. It's already got 82,000 views. It's ranking number 2 when I search Valorant. The Score Esports, a channel that I've actually been watching a lot, ranks number 3 for Valorant. Oh, I want to mention I've never watched Clickheads or Back to the Game before, so those are not influencing my search terms at all. The Score Esports, 1.27 million subscribers, 23,000 views, video posted earlier today. So, what I'm kind of going for here is, if you have a topic that is interesting to people and draws people in, and you do good, like, keyword research to, like, hey, Valorant's gonna be the first word, best moments, funny fails. I don't know if that's, like, the greatest video topic, but the fact of the matter is, Clickheads with 20-something thousand subscribers and Back to the Game with 50,000 subscribers are ranking higher for a super popular search term like Valorant than the Score Esports that has 1.2 million subscribers. So, if you can come up with an interesting topic, like Omen changes, like Omen is a really good character in Valorant, his character was changed. There's a lot of people that are going to want to know about that, and that's why this 22,000 subscriber channel is ranking higher than a million subscriber channel. So, if you're interested in making a video about a topic, just to circle it back around to where I started here, if you're interested in making a video about a topic, look at what small channels in your search term topics search results, look at how and why smaller channels might be ranking high for those search terms, what they're doing right, how they're beating out the big boys as far as showing up for those topics. Because if you go down further, you've got more verified channels. You've got fucking Shroud. These people are ranking higher than fucking Shroud, who's one of the biggest Valorant streamers right now. I mean, he's doing it over on Mixer, so it's a little bit different, but regardless, let's get back to answering more questions, because I feel like I've sort of spun out of control for a moment there. Okay. I drink water. That is coffee. That is not water. Alright, let's answer a super chat question. Magical Unicorn Chat, thank you so much for the $4. What's the best stuff to start a channel with? It's kind of general. I'm not sure if you're talking about equipment or video content. I'm just going to assume that you're talking about video content. Anything. Anything is the best stuff to start a channel with. Get used to uploading videos to YouTube. That's your first step. Just do that. Second step is strategic content. Have a content strategy. Have a plan of, I'm going to make this video. This is the audience for it. This is why that audience is going to be drawn to my video and how they're going to see it and how it's going to stand out. Content strategy is the second step, and that's a really important step. And honestly, you could get completely lost in content strategy and just work on that for your entire YouTube career. That's something that's never going to go away. So yeah, just uploading content to YouTube, and then secondarily, once you've already completed that step of the process, is having a strategy for how you're going to get more people to see your content. So, Burp City. I'm gonna drink some actual water now. Ross Spence, thank you for the £2. Hey Q, love your videos, mate. Scotland loves you. Hey, thank you. From America to Scotland, I appreciate you very much. Yes, James Barnowski saying, drink my children. This is just another reminder. Thank you, James, for the $2. Everybody out there, sip on some water. Get thirsty. Stay thirsty. Bye, Q. Oh, Twin 1, Twin A. Thank you for coming through. I hope anything that I said might be able to help. Try not to get too discouraged. Stay fucking... I hope you're still here. I know this super chat was from, like, 6 minutes ago. Hopefully you're still here. Keep at it. Keep at it. And just try and, you know, target... Hopefully you gained something from this video. And hopefully you check out, like... I said this earlier, and I want to reaffirm it. restate it. There are channels in the description. I'm not being paid by them. I have no association with any of these channels. They are simply channels that have helped me grow my YouTube channel. I would not have gotten here without them. So check them out. They've got tons of advice videos that are going to help you out. They get into way more detail than I can in this stream right now. So please, if you want to grow and you want to be guided on your YouTube journey, check out those channels as well. Len Levy. My ceilings are super high and my audio always sounds crap no matter what mic I use. I literally have to be under a blanket for it to be decent. Any tips? Len Levy. Thank you for the €5. Damn, that's a great fucking question. That's a great fucking question. I would honestly, I'm going to defer this answer to a YouTube video. I would search tips for getting good audio, maybe even tips for good audio with high ceilings. Like, there might be a video out there. Also, when you're finished, when you actually come to a solution about your high ceilings, if there wasn't a video about how to improve your audio with high ceilings, make that fucking video. So I'm guessing that you have a problem with echo. I also have pretty high ceilings. What I did to solve my echo problem was put cloth things all around my room. I'm not sure how much cloth stuff you have, but if you guys could only see how much cloth stuff there is in the direction that I'm speaking, you would be amazed. So yeah, if you can try cloth stuff, you literally have to be under a blanket. That's probably why. Like, if the blanket trick works for you, continue doing that, but otherwise, put stuff behind your mic to try and get it to be better. But yeah, I would defer to, like, tips to improve your audio videos, stuff like that. Thank you for your generous donation. Sorry I couldn't be more help, but there's gonna be a lot of questions in this stream that I don't have, like, an amazing answer for, that you might have to do some more searching yourself. But that's the best I can do for now. Eduardo Estudio. Thank you for the $19.99. That's incredibly fucking generous. How did you go from a nice guy to sex symbol? And are you an A or T kind of guy? Dude, I love you. I'm not sure what A or T is. Can anybody help me with that in the chat? I'm not sure what A or T is. And, nice guy to sex symbol. I'm definitely not a sex symbol. I'm a symbol of... I don't even know. I'm not even gonna get into that. That's such a strange thing. I appreciate the compliment. I'm not gonna reject your compliment. I do appreciate it a lot, but I guess that's a confidence thing. And, in my opinion, faking it till you make it with confidence is, like, okay, but true confidence is only going to come from being proud of stuff that you do. Like, having pride, having genuine pride, doing stuff that you're proud of, doing things that you can point to and say, like, hey, this is some shit that I did and it's fucking awesome. And obviously, that confidence is going to be difficult to build, but, it all starts with doing things that you're passionate about, in my opinion, and having things to point to where you can say, like, hey, I did this, and this is how it turned out. It was pretty cool. I went up, I did some stand-up, I made people laugh. The audience was not silent the entire time, which the first time that I ever did stand-up comedy, I did not get one laugh, and I failed so badly that I took 1.5 years off from ever trying it again. But I got back into it, and I ended up getting laughs, and it went well, and it was great. But of course there were many more failures after that, but I kept coming back up because I got that validation. But so yeah, that would be my piece of advice. Find things that you're passionate about. Try and stack up small achievements and build on them, and you'll gain that confidence. Magical Unicorns. I'm gonna drink some more water. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Let's all stretch for a second. We've got 110 viewers. I love you all. I'm glad you all came through. I hope I can help some of you. I hope some of this is helping somebody. Let's see. Magical Unicorn Cat. I tend to slightly break games, physics and such, and I'm bad at them in general, but in an amusing way. But I don't know if people like that. People love that shit. People love that shit. Find a way to make that marketable. find a way to turn that into a title for find a way to turn that into a title and a thumbnail for a video that people want to click on. That's the fucking, that's the key, because I love watching games get broken, and I love watching people be bad at games and fail. It's just doing it in a fun way. And so yeah, for my advice for you, it would be try and keep your videos like tight, you know, don't have like too much dead air where not too much is happening in the middle of the video or in between exciting things, and try and make clickable titles and thumbnails. That would be my big thing for you, because I think that's a great idea. I think that's fun. Daniel Torres, thank you so much for the $10, dude. Thank you, Q. Former nice guy in neckbeard. I changed over time thanks to creators like you. My longtime GF said I'm so sweet to her that I had to learn it somewhere. I learned it from you, and thank you. That's fucking crazy. See? It's not bad to be nice. It's okay to be nice. You just have to figure out how to make that genuine and not an act that you put on for people or whatever. So yeah, I'm very fucking proud of you, my dude. And I'm sure your GF appreciates you a lot, and I'm glad I could be a small part of that for you. Alright, let's see. Any good questions? What do you think about shitposts and meme channels? I'm trying to make one. I love shitposts and memes. I adore shitposts and memes. The thing that I've found about shitposts and memes is that it's very hit or miss. It's super hit or miss. You could either go massively viral and get 10 million views, or you could be stuck at like 10, 20 views. So my advice for that would just be stick to it. Just keep making shit posts, just keep making memes, try and share them with your friends, try and share them on Reddit or Twitter or whatever. Just try and get as many eyes on it as you can, and they could blow up beyond your wildest imagination. I'm not super familiar working in that space. I would say try and like watch what successful people do and try and recreate it, like with something that's relevant or with something that's popular. I don't know. But I enjoy a good shitpost and a good meme, so keep working on it. Maybe you'll even show up on my YouTube homepage someday. On my channel, I have the problem that only some videos get a lot of views and others flop completely. Well, that's great. I'm glad. I mean, it's not great that not all of your videos are doing well, but that's like, that's part of the YouTube thing. But you have videos that are doing well, and that's fucking awesome. So what I would advise for you is, look at what the videos that did well. That was fucking, look at what may have led to the success of the videos that did well and try and recreate it. If it was a certain topic, make a part 2, or make something related to that, make something similar. Like, I feel like a lot of people are afraid of milking something to death, and I think there definitely is a point where it becomes bad and it becomes not great. But you gotta look at what success you've gotten and try and recreate it to gain more success. It's something that I've found successful people to do. So just personally, yeah, try and figure out what made those big videos pop off and recreate it. Or recreate something similar. Or turn it into a series. That's another powerful thing. You know, turn it into a series, make more of that. PHP 990. Okay, fuck, I'm gonna read the super chat. I don't know how much that is, but $9.99 of anything is a lot. 999 pennies is almost $10. So that's fucking incredible. Thank you a lot. Me and my boy Frank L. Del Rosario sending love and $20 US equivalent. See, that's fucking awesome. Thank you so much. From the Philippines. You're the only meme/Reddit channel I like. Keep being awesome. Yo, fucking out in the Philippines, your name is Fred? My name is also Fred, so that's fucking dope. Thank you for sticking around. I'm glad you like the stuff, and thank you for your fucking incredible support. Just stay drinking water, guys. Stay hydrated. I might have to do another one of these. I feel like I didn't actually I didn't actually hype this up enough. I feel like I should have given it a little bit more hype and let people know about when it was happening. I feel like I didn't make enough videos telling people about it to get as many people as possible, but that might actually help a little bit because we have less people here, therefore you have a higher chance of your question getting answered. Sheba Fox, what's going on here? I've thought about starting an art channel, but my favorites are convention / merch prep vlogs. They motivate me to work on my own art / merch. These are always secondary channels. Can they work as a main? I think they can totally work as a main. You know, just because somebody does something on their second channel doesn't mean that can't be main channel content for you. If it's your first video, go for it. Fucking do it. If it's your 10th video, do it. If it's something that you think is fun, that maybe you're looking for more of on YouTube, or you just think that people will enjoy, fucking make a video on it. And if it's not successful, that doesn't necessarily mean you did anything wrong. Just keep creating stuff. So, like, make that. If it's something that you like, make it. That's like a huge thing, and that's it's just a reoccurring theme with everything that I've been successful with, or everything that I've seen people be successful with, is if you see something that you really like and you don't think there's enough of it, or you think that it might be original, just create it, just make it, turn it into a real thing. Even if it stinks, turn it into a real thing and then make something else. Just do it. Do it. I'm giving you approval to make that video. Would games that used to have a load of videos but popular people stopped playing and all the vids are 1 to 2 years old be revived on my channel, or leave it dead? That's a great question. That's a great question. I think it depends on I think it's gonna depend. I think it might be you know, it might work, it might not. I'm trying to use an example. So let's say One Late Night was an indie horror game. It was free. Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, John Wolf, Corey Kenshin. I'm sure all the big horror Let's Players played it back in the day. But there was a point at which I ran out of people to play that game. I wanted to watch everybody play it to see them react to the jump scares, the scary moments, the tension of the game, and I ran out. I mean, maybe there were a few people that didn't have a face cam that I could watch, but that's less exciting. So, yeah, I mean, if you've run out of content on a certain type of video, or on a certain game or something like that, sure, create new content for that game. See if there's an audience for it, because there could be people that are searching that game every day hoping that somebody's gonna create new content on it, and you can be that person. Or it could just be a dead game and nobody cares anymore. So it could really go either way, but I think it's worth trying out. Yes, my name is Fred. My name's Freddy. Everybody calls me Freddy. I tried to make the transition into a Fred at some point because I was like, I'm an adult. I can't be Freddy forever. That's so silly, but it just didn't stick. It just doesn't feel right. I'm gonna pee real quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Let me just move my face out of here so you can just look at the nice Skyrim background. I'll be back in a minute and a half. I gotta pee fully and wash my hands and all that good stuff. Okie doke. I am here. Don't worry. I'm back. Or maybe you just enjoyed the ambience, or the ambiance, I should say, of Skyrim. It's fun. It's a fun thing to look at. Okay, 103 viewers. My nose itchy right now. My nose fat itchy. Okay, let's Edward Estudio. I tried to keep it PG, but it stands for boobs or butt. I can't. Oh! I'm a T guy. I'll give you that. I like both. Honestly, while we're objectifying women, it's not good to objectify people, but it's okay to understand what traits you like in a woman or man. You know, if a guy's got a nice booty and that does it for you, if he's got a nice pecs, if he's got a nice dad bod, or nice hair, or a nice face, that's okay. It's okay to like physical traits about somebody. I'm a face guy. Face guy. I'm a face guy. Face is the most important thing to me. Secondarily, I'd say T. I did wash my hands. I actually didn't need to pee as much quantity as I thought. I think I might just be making room for more pee. I think there's going to be a bigger pee coming next. I think there's going to be a larger pee. That was a quick... Everybody's making me feel self-conscious about my piss now. Alright. Ambience. What do you think started your uptick in subs? When did you enjoy yourself the most? That's a great question. Enjoy myself the most is sort of varied, because I've enjoyed every step of my YouTube journey. Some parts have been harder than others. As far as, like, pure excitement is concerned, once I released this video that's no longer on my channel, sadly, because of YouTube fucking terms of service, called Incels vs. Nice Guys, I had already had some momentum on my channel, and after that, it just fucking exploded. That video got, like, I think 5,000 views in, like, 24 hours or something like that, which was insane for me at the time. But the thing that made me grow at the beginning was I made my first Nice Guys video. No traction whatsoever. Nobody fucking cared at all. I posted it on Reddit. People were shitting on it, telling me I should quit. And then I posted my second Nice Guys video. I think the reception was a little bit better. Third, can't remember how that one did. Fourth, fifth. By the sixth one, I started to notice. Actually, okay, this is kind of interesting. It was either the sixth or seventh Nice Guys video I made. It got recommended next to, so like, you know the up next screen on YouTube, it's on your screen right now or below the mobile chat, or the mobile thing. I was getting all these recommended views from this channel, from this video called WMS Entertainment covering r/Nice Guys. So I got like 9,000 views at the end of the day, I think, from that WMS Entertainment video, just by being recommended on it. And, but what I noticed is that started to trickle down to my other Nice Guys videos. So because I was getting recommended on this other person's channel, people were watching my Nice Guys video, and then they started watching my other Nice Guys videos because they liked it. So that's really where, that's like really the proof in the pudding of iteration being a key to success. Like, do something, do it again, do it over and over again. If it's successful, like, even if it's not successful, it's just something you have a good feeling about, maybe create a bunch of videos in that same genre. I don't have Reddit. I didn't have Reddit either until like 2 months before I started my channel. How thin is the sweet spot between making content people like and making content you enjoy making? How do you know when you may lean one way too far? That's an incredible question. That's a smart question. You're a smart person. I think it's as much as you can bear. So, like, if you are making content for yourself too much, you're gonna see your viewership go down. Like, if you're really, like, let's say, okay, so, like, right now, I've been really into CSGO and computers, because I'm buying a bunch of parts for my computer. Those are the two things, well, and I've been playing a bunch of CSGO. Those are the two things that I've been thinking about the most. If I wanted to go full just like, oh, I'm just gonna talk about whatever I'm interested in on my channel, I would make videos about computer parts that I barely know anything about and a game that I'm pretty unexperienced at, and nobody would fucking care. Like, if I made a CSGO video, maybe 1,000, 2,000, max 10,000 people on this channel would watch it, because they're interested in me enough that they'll watch anything I make. But it would kill my channel if I just kept making videos on that. People would be like, yo, we watch you for, like, Reddit videos, commentary video, like, that sort of stuff. Why are you talking about CSGO and computers all the time now? So, it's definitely a delicate balance. I would say, if you're really trying to grow, you're gonna want to consistently chase the things that people are clearly responding to and are getting you views and subscribers and stuff. But along that process, you gotta mix in stuff that you're passionate about, because there's a chance that something that you're passionate about could be your next biggest video, you know? Or could be something that just brings you a lot of fulfillment. So it's always going to be a balance. I feel like you will know if you're getting too far in one direction or the other. If you're making videos to please people too much, you're going to be miserable doing what you're doing if you're not also passionate about it. And if you're making videos that you like too much, you might, or that like are just your passions that other people aren't interested in, you're going to see your viewership die. So it's just, you're probably going to know that it's happening before it gets way too far gone. I didn't lose weight. I've been actively gaining weight, Rick Sanchez. But I appreciate that. Maybe it's just because I took a shower like 30 minutes ago. Maybe that made some things. David Cube. Speaking of PCs, I wanted to compliment you on your list. You did very well for a beginner. Only thing I'd change is replace the X570 with a nice B450. And maybe get an AIO liquid cooler. I appreciate that advice. I did already order the X570, and I can't tell you the reasons why I did at the moment. It might have been something to do with, like, BIOS updates, and then something to do with, like, something else. I forget exactly what it was. I appreciate your feedback, though. And I'm considering possibly getting an AIO cooler. I'm very passionate about sleeping. That's actually been one of my problems lately. I'm very passionate about sleeping as well. Been sleeping like 12 hours a day. Not healthy. Alright, let me read some of these super chats. Well, if it ain't my favorite Reddit YouTuber, Grimetinge, that's very sweet of you. It's an honor to be your favorite. I'm gonna drink some coffee. Eduardo Estillo, I'm a butt guy, only second to face, love me a cute face. Voice, sexy hair, but that's enough on that topic. LOL, carry on. I can see you got into it, Eduardo. I would like to see some more no-sleep videos. Your voice is very calming alongside the stories. That's something that I've wanted to do for a while. Just to go off on this for 1 second, before we get back to more YouTube advice-related stuff. It's been something that I've been wanting to do for a while. The trouble is finding good stories, and then also not, like, making the people that wrote those stories upset, because some people don't like their stories to be turned into videos. So that's the thing. Can someone give me advice on my geography server without Reddit? I'm desperate, and I will take any advice. I'm not sure what that is. My geography server. I don't know what your geography server is. Is it a Discord server? Something like that? Ah, you son of a bitch! I didn't even make a point to not read your name, Gape. But, it's amazing that I didn't, because I don't give you that little satisfaction of getting me to, I'm sorry, dude. That's hilarious, though. I feel like QC... What's the best editing app? I would look up videos for that. I'm not super in touch with, like, best mobile editing apps or best even PC editing apps right now. A friend of mine got a thumbnail stolen by a big YouTuber. Do you know how to make the situation more known so we can get it back? Thanks for answering my first question. Make a YouTube video about it. First, I would say if you're gonna want to be, like, you know, having done your due diligence, try and contact the YouTuber that stole the thumbnail. Because if it's a big enough YouTuber, maybe there's a chance he's got somebody working for him that stole the thumbnail. Maybe he just stole it. Just ask him about it first, then make the call-out video, because that could actually be a decent way to drive traffic to your channel. Like, it's not the most, like, it's not shameful to do that, but if somebody wrongs you and you're not getting credit for something that you created, I feel like a call-out video is totally fair to make, and yeah, I would totally approve of you or your friend making that. I've only had smaller YouTubers steal my thumbnails, mostly because they're not good. Did you ever get flagged? I did get flagged once. I got flagged for a privacy complaint. And I got a YouTube strike, even though I did exactly what YouTube told me to do. Is Facecam a hassle? Is Camtasia good? Is Camtasia good with Facecam? Is Facecam a good investment? That's a lot of questions. Camtasia is an overpriced editing software. It's $250, way too much for what it does. But for me, I like simplistic apps, and it works for me. So that's why I use it. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it unless simplicity is the most important thing to you, and you don't need a lot of room to grow as far as your editing is concerned. I'm limited in my editing options by Camtasia, which is why I'm considering eventually learning Adobe Adobe Premiere, I should say. What other were the questions? Is Facecam a hassle? As far as Facecam is concerned, I think my biggest piece of advice would be don't let Facecam get in the way of you making videos. Like, if that's something that you're anxious about, just do audio content. That's fine. But if you want to do Facecam, it's not ultra expensive to get started. My Facecam might not look incredible, but this is a $60 camera, and I have lighting that cost me $100. I overpaid for my lighting, for sure. You don't have to pay a lot of money for lighting. If you want to get started, you can get, like, lighting at like, Home Depot for, like, $5. Look up a video on lighting if you want cheap lighting. But, yeah, my biggest piece of advice would be, if you're nervous about being on camera, don't let that stop you from making YouTube videos that are audio only, or, like, just no Facecam. And if you do want to have Facecam, it's not ultra expensive. If money's super tight, you might not be able to do it right away, but if you can scrounge up around $100, you should be able to get some sort of Facecam going. Hey, I have 30 subs, how can I get more? That's such a general question. Upload more content and have a content strategy. There's a lot of videos you can watch about content strategy, and all of it's going to depend on what niche, what genre you're in on YouTube, but try and be strategic with your uploads if you want to grow. Do you know any way to increase your frame rate for laptop? My laptop runs at 36 frames max for Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. That could be a lot of reasons. I mean, most of it probably boils down to just your hardware not being strong enough. But Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion's a pretty simple game, if I remember correctly. So I don't know. Look up a video. There's definitely some, like, low frame rate advice videos that might be able to help you. For my channel, I make flag and map speed arts, and they haven't been gathering views. Any tips? Okay, like speed paint videos. Ooh. That's a good question. Yeah, there just might not be a lot of people looking for content of flags and maps being created, but there might be... I don't know. I would suggest posting your content on Reddit, trying to get it exposure. If you're really, like, proud of it and you really think that it's good, like, try and get it some exposure, but then you might want to just explore a different genre of art-related videos. Like, I know my friend Astro, I saw him in the chat earlier, he started out making speed paints as well, then he eventually switched to animation. Simple animation, you know, like, he's learning it as he's making videos, but he has grown through the animation videos, way more than he did with the speed paints. So that might be a strategy that you might want to go with. Try some new things out. Just try stuff. Speed paints, good commentary is key. That's facts. That's facts. Best time of day to upload? I don't think there is one. I've heard a lot of different theories on it. I try to upload, even though I've been failing horribly at this, at some point between like 2 and 5 Eastern Standard Time, but, you know, it can really vary. I don't really have time to edit and make proper content. Is streaming an alternative? If so, how should I go about it? Squishy. I feel for you, man. I feel for you. All I can say is that if I'm really, really trying hard, and I am a little bit more of an experienced editor, so that plays into this a little bit, but you can gain those skills over time. If I'm trying really, really hard, I can make a 10-minute video in an hour and a half. Streams usually last about an hour to 2 hours. And I've found, and a lot of other people will tell you the same thing, that it's extremely difficult to grow from streams alone, especially if you're going on Twitch. I'm not sure how it is on YouTube, but it's extremely hard to grow as a small streamer on Twitch. You're kind of gonna, your best strategy is going to be create content other places and then drive people over to your streaming platform or to your streams. So, what I would advise is learn how to edit fast. And maybe your idea of editing is more complex than it has to be. Like, try and make things more simple, and you can you know, do it up. I think that streaming is really hard to grow at on its own, so I would suggest keeping it up with the content creation, but just trying to make it simpler and be as efficient as possible. Is it easy to grow without editing vids? No, I honestly, like, I don't think that having unedited videos is a good idea. Unless you're like a public speaker and you can make a tight 5 to 10 minute video without editing at all, I think you're gonna need a little bit of editing, but like, if I could show you how simple it is, I can't pull it up right now because it might fuck up. Wait, let me just do this. I'm actually gonna show you real quick how simple my editing style is. I did not plan on doing this, so if it's sort of clunky, my apologies. But let's see how we can do this. Let's see how we can do this. I'm gonna open up TechSmith Camtasia, which is the application I use. New project. Okay, so I'm going to switch this. Is there like a... Okay, so let me... Properties... One sec, guys. I'm sorry for doing this, but I just want to show you how simple it can be if you're familiar with your editing software. So this is Camtasia. Let me reset the transform here on OBS. So basically, I'm monkey. Okay, I don't know why this is being the way it is, but I'm going to try my best to. So right now, I'm going to import a video clip from, oh god, I hope I didn't say anything bad in any of these things. Let's do my intro, for example. This is a really simple thing to edit, but it's just an example of how easy it can be. So, here's my intro, and here's how I edit it. So, I mean, this is, but just, okay, let's continue. Let's continue. So, here we go.
A hearty howdy to ya, Super Gameplay.
So you can see there that there's some dead air at the beginning of the audio. I just press S, and it splits it, and then I delete the thing, and then I'm good to go. Same thing at the end. So, like, I always listen back to make sure there aren't any audio errors or anything, but basically what it comes down to is, for me, is I'm recording mostly just audio. I record in OBS, so I know that the image on the screen is going to be the final image for the video, so basically I just have to look at the audio bumps, and wherever there are audio bumps is pretty much going to make it in the video unless I made a mistake while speaking. And then I just edit around that. So this wasn't the best example, and I'm going to switch back to Skyrim real quick. But you don't have to, what I'm trying to say here is that you don't have to get super complicated with your editing. It can be very simple. And I would advise that you edit, like I said, but just don't psych yourself out of it. Just keep it simple. Just do some cuts and upload it, you know? Okay. I use I use iMovie for my editing. Do you know any better ones? I've heard people have had a lot of success with iMovie. I'm not familiar with a lot of editing software, like I said. This editor is called Camtasia. It's $250 for super, super simple editing. I think it's way overpriced, but I pay for it because I like the editing. But look up videos on best editing software, and that should be good for you. You should find some good recommendations from people that know a lot more than I do. So yeah. Let me just get back on track here. Okay, Zorthroth. Yo, advice for people that are just doing voiceover or commentary with no face cams. Audacity is extremely nice. Oh, you're giving advice. Audacity is an extremely nice editing program, and it's super easy to use, plus it's free. Audacity is the best free audio recording software out there, to my knowledge. You can edit things really easily and effectively. So yeah, I would agree with your advice there. Remember, you can always join the unofficial Discord. Yeah, feel free to check that out. I do not run that. I was talking about don't make a Discord earlier if you're not experienced. This is our solution. It's unofficial. It's run by my friend Wilt and some other mods over there. I pop in very seldomly, so, yeah. But it's a cool place to hang out with cool people. I keep getting timeout, stop it. I just want to answer, what's your favorite color? I've never been to / heard of his channel. I just want to know. My favorite color is grayscale, actually. I like blue and green, but I like grays, I like silver, I like black, that sort of stuff. My best video is a video I put no effort in and did super well. Put almost 10 times more effort into most of my videos. My favorite videos that I spend hours editing do terrible. I think that is an incredible example for everybody in this chat of how YouTube works. And this is something that is going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. YouTube does not care about the amount of effort you put in. People looking at your thumbnail and title don't care about the effort you put into the video. When they click, they don't know how much effort you put in. And obviously all of that editing effort, all of that filming effort, whatever you're doing has value to it, but people might actually get more value out of a video you put less effort into. It really does work like that. And my advice to you would be, if you want people to eventually care about your super well edited, high effort videos, keep creating those lower effort videos and keep giving the people what they want, as long as it's not like a bummer for you and you hate doing it. Because eventually you'll find people that are interested in your more highly edited videos, and then, you know, you can get that validation and that, and you can share that thing that you worked so hard on with more people. So, don't get this idea in your head that effort equals success, because it really doesn't. You gotta work smart, not hard. And there's nothing wrong with making super well-edited masterpiece videos. It's just there's no guarantee that they're going to do well. And something that you put 10 minutes into could do way better. I seriously only care about good audio. That's what most people care about the most. And that's another piece of advice that I've heard a lot, but I'll also share with you guys is upgrade your audio before your video. Because, yeah, people might be slightly bothered by your crappy camera quality, but if you have bad audio quality, it's going to scare people away. Like, my videos being too quiet early on, people would comment all the time, this video is way too quiet, the next video I watch after this blows my fucking ears out, this is annoying. So that was a huge problem for people. As a beginner, should I be spreading out my content net, or should I be specialized into one category of YouTube? Those are like two different philosophies that I think can both be successful. I would say start small first, but I don't know. Also, casting a wide net can work, and then if something's successful, you can then work on that over and over again. So I would say just kind of do what you're feeling. Start off your just start your YouTube journey by uploading some stuff, and then just kind of see what works. Like, let's say you've made 10 videos about a certain topic because you wanted to niche down and make something simpler, or make something like for a smaller audience, but that you could actually have a chance in getting exposure for. If it doesn't work, maybe start casting that wider net again and trying new things. What made you want to do Reddit videos and not think you would get drowned out by other Reddit channels? Well, when I started out, it was a much smaller community. I would say maximum there were like 10 to 15 channels making Reddit videos. So I had a lot better of a chance to stand out because I was so small. And I think today, I don't stand out as much because there's so many people, but the way that I do stand out is with my commentary. You know, I don't have fancy editing, I don't have amazing visuals or incredible audio quality even, but I'm not afraid to give my opinion, I'm not afraid to make stupid jokes about something, so I think that's what keeps new people coming in, hopefully, and keeps the old people coming back. So I had an easier time, like, I would say getting into the Reddit genre now is 100 times harder than it was when I started. So you need to find, like, or if you're trying to, like, you gotta get in, or, I'm not saying don't make Reddit videos, but, like, if you want to make Reddit videos. You could be the next big person. But, if you're looking at my success as a, sort of, example, you have to find your own thing to get in on the ground floor of, because that's what worked for me. But that's just for me. If people want to learn how to do tax fraud, you give them a video on how to commit tax fraud. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not. Just kidding. Don't advise people to do illegal things, but. If there's a how-to videos are a great way to get started. Like, how-to videos are so great. If there's a how-to topic that has not been covered enough, make a fucking video about it if you know shit about it. My voice is my quality. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say as well. I do have a decent voice. Are r/Reddit story vids your competition now? I don't keep a close eye on my competition. For a while there, I was slightly annoyed by the rise in, text-to-speech channels, but I can't compete with that, you know, those people just do their own thing, and And some people prefer the text-to-speech, and I think that's perfectly fine. They can enjoy whatever they like, but I try not to focus too much on my competition. I just kind of do my own thing nowadays. When you started posting videos, should you hide your playlists and subscriptions? I feel like it makes some people more relatable / let fans see your interest. Yeah, I wouldn't concern myself too much in that. I would just make sure that it's at the bottom of your channel page. So let me show you my channel page and how I approach this. So, and I actually don't have a perfect system for this right now. I have to switch it up a little bit. But right now you can see, oh fuck, my face is in the way. Let's get that out of the way. So right now you can see this live stream is the top thing on the channel, which is just how I have it set up. If there's a live stream going, it's the top thing. Then I have every video I've ever made in a playlist at the top. Then commentary videos, which is something I want people to see. Next up, so I have all playlists here, basically. And if you wanted to have channels that you subscribe to, or, oh my god, that was disgusting, or a playlist of not your videos, I would have it at the bottom. So it's there for people, but you also don't want to drive people to content that isn't yours first. You know, you want them to give them a chance to check out your content, and then eventually, maybe if they scroll down all the way, they might be like, hey, what's this person up to? Let me check out what they're interested in. I personally don't have the channels I subscribe to and like my liked videos playlist on my channel, but that's just me. That's a personal preference thing. I think that it's totally fine to have. All right, let's check out this super chat here. I feel bad for holding off for so long. Idiotic Reddit readings. Scammed board. That was deep. And I feel it, and I understand your struggle. Thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate the generosity. You're so sweet. Vault 3 props. Thank you so much for the $10. Howdy Q, I love your content. Keep up the excellent work. Any more Quit Your Bullshit videos coming out soon? I am so sorry, dude. Thank you so much for the $10, by the way. That was incredibly generous of you. Here's the problem with Quit Your Bullshit at the moment. And I just realized that my face isn't on the screen anymore, so I gotta put that back on. Here's the problem with Quit Your Bullshit, and I'll just say this for a second because it's a YouTube advice stream, so I don't want to derail too much. It is all coronavirus-related shit at the moment, and it sucks. I don't want to make a video where every post is some COVID-19 related stuff, so I might dig deeper, see if I can find some other posts that aren't related to that, so that I can, you know, make a video on the topic. I was looking at it recently because I wanted to make a video on the Quit Your Bullshit, but it just sucks that it's all related to that because I'm just not super into it, you know? Alright, let's look for more questions. Did it taste like Cheetos and Victory? No, it tasted like coffee because, stupidly, coffee is the only thing I've had to eat today. Earlier, he said that live streams only last 1 to 2 hours. He should commit. I mean, I'm still going. I'm still good. I've still got some steam in the tank here. Q did a Chris Farley move. What's that? Commit to the 1 to 2 hour stream thing, you said? Alright, let me see if I can find a question. I love the commentary videos over text-to-speech. Sure, they get more stories into the video, but it's just gone through too quickly. Yeah, I mean, and that's actually a comment that I've gotten a lot, and this can sort of relate to some YouTube advice. There was a point in my channel's history, and it actually has happened throughout my channel's history, where people told me, we don't fucking care what you have to say, just get to the posts, just get to the next posts. And there have been times where I've gone on too long, there has been too much commentary, and I was able to see that problem within myself, but I've had to make the choice over time to disappoint those people who just want stories or just want posts, because I want to give my commentary. That's what makes the videos fun for me, is being able to say what I think and make stupid jokes. That's what makes it fun for me. That's the value I feel I bring to the table, aside from just my voice being nice to some people. So I had to disappoint those people who just wanted stories and posts. because I felt that what my channel was about was the commentary. Will you ever make a gaming channel? I actually already have a gaming channel called GameQ. Let me look it up so I can see exactly how long it's been since I've uploaded. I'm gonna guess 6 months. Has it been 6 months? It has been 6 fucking months since the last time I uploaded a video. It's pretty much all Call of Duty Zombies videos and a couple live stream replays. But I'm definitely gonna be back to it soon. I promise you guys, I will make a GameQ video soon. So yeah, that will be back. I promise. What are your up and coming goals on YouTube for YouTube videos? I want to do new things. As far as new things are concerned, new subreddits, commentary topics that are completely non-Reddit related, and also just doing the stuff that I like. So, I'm definitely not going to be doing any subreddits that I'm not into. Like, I'm not going to force out a video on, say, r/choosing beggars or something like that when I'm kind of done with that subreddit and I don't enjoy doing it anymore. So, goals for me right now are just to try new things and have fun with it, you know, and try to get as many of you guys along that process, you know. Thank you so much for the $2, by the way, Shoedog. You're a homie from Twitch and all that good stuff. Makes me happy. I do support Walcom S7. He's a Nerf YouTuber that I really like. I think he's a really cool guy, so I'm happy to give him my support on Patreon. I actually love that you give your viewers uplifting and positive life advice in your commentary. Did you go into YouTube hoping to help your viewers be better people to each other? Not necessarily. I mean, part of like my YouTube goals starting out were to help nice guys not be nice guys anymore. To help people kind of get out of that phase. And I think it's just something that I just try to pepper in my videos when I feel I have an opportunity to. If there's something that I see that I find morally reprehensible, or if there's something that I see that I find inspiring and positive, I try to point it out just to, you know, just to talk about something and to, you know, I don't know. It's I appreciate that you enjoy that, and yeah, I do try to be positive on the channel. Nah, dude, the reason I come to your channel is to hear the commentary. I listen to robots sometimes, but there's just not enough interaction. Thank you, I appreciate that. And I do feel like my core audience, like the sort of people that would show up to this live stream per se, are those people. But there's also a large element of people, you know, people that watch text-to-speech or people that watch regular Reddit channels with less commentary that really do just want the posts, and they don't want to have to sit through somebody talking about, you know, something else. So, what are your plans for after the virus thing? I just want to get out of my fucking house. I know we can leave our houses as long as we're staying away from people, and I do encourage people to, if you have a car, you know, drive around, get out of the house, that sort of stuff. And if you have feet and you're in a neighborhood where you're not going to be very close to people, walk around the neighborhood, you know, maybe drive to a park, stay away from people, but get outside. But yeah, I like going to the mall to walk around, so that's kind of fucked right now. Q, I'm an actor. I have a channel where I write and perform my own work. I know it's very odd and unknown, but any advice on my type of channel? Also, is Patreon viable for starting? I love your videos. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Just based on what I know about YouTube, it's very hard to... And this is something that is, like, counterintuitive to creative type people. Purely original content is very, very hard to have grow on YouTube. Like, let's say just a skit that you make up that you find funny that, like, isn't related to something topical or highly, highly relatable that people might come across. It's hard to get exposure on stuff like that. I don't know exactly what content strategy I would advise for you. I know that there's probably a lot of things that you could do as an actor and a writer, but I do generally think that it's hard as like somewhat of an unknown actor slash writer to build an audience on something that people aren't really searching for. So I guess my advice, I don't know what my advice, you're in a little bit of a tough spot. I wish I had a better answer for you. If you can create something that's like relatable or searchable, or might fill a need that you think people have, do that, but I'm not sure if that really applies to your thing. As far as Patreon is concerned, if you have a small dedicated audience, I think Patreon would be okay. But in general, most of the time, I'm going to advise somebody to focus on growing before they focus on monetizing. But if you think you can have people pay for Patreon and they will support you in being able to spend more time on your YouTube channel, I think that's totally cool. Sorry I don't have a better piece of advice for you. I would say it is tough for like pure creatives that are creating original stuff here on YouTube. Which sucks. You know, it shouldn't be that way. Not a question for Q. Oh shit. Okay, I won't answer it then. I will answer it, just to fuck with you. Do you know of any YouTubers who talk about r/raised by narcissists or just narcissism in general? I suspect my mother is one. So, I don't talk about Raised by Narcissists because it's like a personal story subreddit that's like... It's like a support subreddit, actually, that I just don't feel like is proper for me to make videos on, but I would give so much advice to check out Todd Grande. He is a psychologist, and he makes YouTube videos, and his videos are both entertaining and incredibly informative, and he talks about narcissism a lot. Wait, let me link his channel there. He's incredible. He has helped me so much in understanding more about mental illness and mental health, and I hope he can help you as well. He's a super trustworthy guy, in my opinion. You know, maybe he's bad or something, but I don't see it. He does incredible research. He's just a responsible psychologist that wants to help people. And, yeah, I could not recommend him enough. Hey, Q, I've been here since God. I've been here since God? Word. Q could cut. Oh, since Q could cuss a long time ago. I cuss nowadays, if you didn't notice. I cuss in videos sometimes. I really only stopped when I was extremely concerned about getting monetized. But now that I'm a little bit more familiar with the monetization process, I'll swear here and there. What type of games do you plan to play on your gaming channel? That's a great question. COD Zombies, for sure. I've been enjoying that a lot. I might do Minecraft. So COD Zombies, Minecraft, horror games. I'm thinking about doing like indie horror games and stuff. And my gaming channel is going to be another example of don't necessarily practice what I preach as far as the content I make over there is concerned, because an aspect of my gaming channel versus people starting new gaming channels on YouTube is I do have an audience. It might not be huge, you know, if I don't shout out a video on my gaming channel from my main channel, it'll get like 100 views maybe. So it's small, but I do have the ability to send people over there. So they might be more willing to try something out, or I can give myself exposure is what I should say, as opposed to other people who need to be recommended by YouTube and appease the algorithm with their gaming channels. I usually avoid psychologists I fear to find I have issues. Well, I think that's actually a really good thing about Dr. Todd Grande, is if you have a fear like that, he's not going to diagnose you because he doesn't know you. You're not his client. And he doesn't diagnose anybody because you can't do that unless you are in session with somebody for an extended period of time. I think not facing them will make them disappear. I've had that same misconception in the past as well, and I would personally advise you against that, but I know it can also be really, really scary to face your problems, and I am I'm sorry, I just read a comment by my friend Suicidal Tommy, since God. So I'm currently avoiding problems all the time, so it's tough not to do, but I would advise against it. What's your future plans for this channel / other channels? Just doing stuff that I like, you know, and that you guys hopefully like. I mentioned this earlier, but I'm looking to cover new commentary topics, new subreddits, and subreddits that I like. I'm not going to force myself to do anything that I don't like just because I think that's what the people want, because I don't think that those will be good videos. But that's just for me right now. You know, I'm at a very different point than most of you in my YouTube career / journey. How could we grow as a gaming channel? I play mostly Terraria. I've mentioned this earlier in the stream, and I will reiterate shortly here. There will be a replay of this entire stream, so if you've missed part of it, I'm going to upload this entire stream to my channel so people can check it out after the fact to get some things that I may not have mentioned, or they may not have been here for. I would advise against Let's Plays. There's nothing wrong with creating Let's Plays, you can do that, it's just going to be hard to grow, and more on, like, topic-driven, what I've been calling topic-driven gaming content, which is, like, an aspect of a game that maybe people have interest in, like, here's a great example, like Fallout lore. You know, there's plenty of people making Fallout Let's Play videos, but there were only a few making, like, Fallout lore videos where they would dive more deeply into very, very specific lore in the Fallout universe, and that made it huge for people. Or those people got huge off of doing that. So try and find some sort of topic that maybe hasn't been covered enough in your game or whatever, and try to make videos about it. Or try a new game and try and make videos about that topic if you think maybe Terraria is too flooded or something like that. I just discovered this channel. Hey, welcome. We don't usually do YouTube advice here, but I hope you enjoy. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but I might do a second YouTube advice stream where I maybe hype it up a little bit more, possibly do channel reviews so that I can give people specific advice on their channels, and yeah. And then I might also do a Q&A video. I'll probably end up posting that on my second channel, but I'll give you guys somewhere to ask questions in a comment section, and I'll take more time to fully think about answers to those questions. Hey Q, do you plan on am I from fucking New York now? Hey Q, do you plan on / have you ever done any chill streams where you just vibe with the chat? That's actually, I'd say that's most of my streams over on Twitch, and I've done a couple on YouTube as well, where I just play a game and chill and kind of talk to the chat. I do tend to be slightly more of a high energy streamer, but I can definitely be chill too. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Twitch.tv/YourQ is my YouTube channel. That's not my YouTube channel, that's my Twitch channel. If you're interested in a more chill stream experience. Oh, so like Warframe. Wait, is this Rome's that asked that question earlier? Wait, what did Rome's ask? How can we grow as a gaming channel? VODs are going to be extremely difficult to grow on. So if you want to grow on YouTube, I would come up with video topics that you think people would want to click on and would be interested in. So let me use my gaming channel as an example. I have not done things perfectly with my gaming channel. I have not. I would say I would give my gaming channel like a 4 out of 10. But here's how I've tried to do it. So hardest / scariest zombies map is a custom zombies map that I hadn't seen a lot of people play. So and people are always looking for hardest maps, scariest maps. So that's where I felt I could kind of stand out in the zombies community, if you will. The Tim Hansen one-hit Call of Duty challenge. I took I accepted a challenge that a larger YouTuber created, and I made a video about it. So maybe people watched his video where he did this one-hit challenge, and they wanted to see more people try it out, and that's what I tried to do. Not saying it worked, I'm just saying this is the strategy. And what else did I do? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much this Smith Plays Box Roulette Challenge is the same thing. I took a challenge that a larger YouTuber created and tried to do it myself because I thought it was an interesting, fun challenge, and yeah. So my videos are not an incredible example. I'm gonna pull this out again. I know I already mentioned Candy Roo, but I'm gonna do it again. My face is covering all the videos that you guys were supposed to see there. But you could hear what I was saying anyway, so it's all good. But here's Candy Roo. He makes Apex Legends videos. And, so, this is what we want to see in Season 5 of Apex Legends. Apex Legends is a season-based game where they have different seasons, where there's different content, usually a new character, possibly a new map, possibly new weapons. So he is talking about what him, his friends, and the Apex Legends community might want to see out of the next season. Great video topic. Lifeline got a new ability. That's a character in Apex Legends that just got a new ability, and he's going to talk about it. So these are like, and if you look at the content of these videos, he's playing Apex Legends. He's playing the game, but he's also talking about and exploring this topic with his friends, or, you know, just by himself. So, you know, I know he does, like, pretty simple editing, but he's able to turn what other people might use as a Let's Play, and he's able to structure it and throw some commentary in where it becomes a video about a topic. Is Lifeline OP now because of her new ability? And yeah, honestly, anybody that's trying to get into gaming and gaming videos, I would study Candy Roo's channel if I were you, because he's incredibly successful. He's also an awesome guy, and I'd love if you just gave him the watch time. So I do notice a lot of people out here are trying to get started with gaming channels, and I think that's awesome. But it is a hard genre, but it can be done well. So, if I were to become a YouTube, would animation be a goodish route? Or, animation is huge. Animation is awesome. You'll see some of the biggest animators on YouTube are storytime animators, and, so that's probably the biggest genre in animation. But the issue with animation, or the big concern with animation, is it usually does take a lot of time. So you have to figure out ways to minimize the amount of time you're spending, make it something that new people are going to be able to find. So all of those things that are usually difficult about creating a YouTube channel are going to apply to an animation channel. I've seen a strategy of fairly repetitive content and minimal editing becoming entertaining with good commentary and cool catchphrases, specifically Technoblade. Is this a viable strategy for most? I'm not familiar with Technoblade. I'm not actually even sure if that's a game or a channel. But what I'd say about that is I think that is a great strategy. Not necessarily like the repetitive part. I think repetitive is good, but repetitive can also be bad. So, like, if a video topic works, create things that are similar to that. Maybe even a part 2, part 3, part 4. Don't milk it too hard, but I think that minimal editing is important. I think that there are plenty of people that do incredible edits and are successful with it, but for every single one of those people, there are 100 that are putting hours and hours into their edits for videos that people will never see. And I just think that if you're like one of those incredible edits people, you need to find a way for people to find your edits, your highly edited videos. And I think the best way for people to find that is to also make less edited videos. God, that was a bunch of... That was just mushmouth right there. Stream is still going on. I am still going. I would want to cover different methods of reproduction in nature, comedy / education style. I've not seen that. That could be a next big genre. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that niche. I would look into it if I were you, see if other people are doing it. See if it's already a genre on YouTube that you can have a different take on. I think that is an incredible YouTube strategy, is to see something that might already be popular, or even videos that people have already made that you just have a different take on. Like, for example, Fallout 4. I loved Fallout 4. I thought it was a really fun game. But there were a lot of popular videos talking about how bad Fallout 4 was and how it was a failure as a game in the Fallout series. And so that was really popular. There were channels that made their fame off of criticizing Fallout 4. And this can be said for other games as well. So you could do that. You could also shit on Fallout 4, or you could give your nuanced take on it. So, like, let's say somebody made a video called, like, why Fallout 4 is a complete failure as a Fallout game, and it gets like 1 million views. Maybe you could make a video saying why people are overly critical of Fallout 4, or why I think Fallout 4 is actually underrated. So just take your your original take on a topic and turn it into another video on that topic, and something that people might, maybe there's people that are watching those super critical Fallout 4 videos and saying, I actually think there was a bunch of great shit about that game. I actually think it's one of the best Fallout games, and maybe they'll gravitate towards yours. You could also get the people that fucking hate Fallout 4 watching your video because they're so mad that you like the game. And that's another example of why dislikes are not necessarily a bad thing. Dislikes are actually good. As long as you're not, like, being racist or, like, something like that, and that's why people are hating on your video, or having, like, an objectively bad take, like, oh, the Holocaust was good. If people are disliking your video when you say that, that's justified. They should be disliking your video. But if you said, you know what, Oblivion... I'm like using all these fucking Bethesda examples. Let's use another example. Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Horizons. The brand new Animal Crossing game. Incredibly popular. If you say, I fucking hate Animal Crossing, and it gets a bunch of dislikes, unless you're being, like, intentionally antagonistic, it's okay that you got those dislikes, because that's just people disagreeing with you, and you can also get a lot of views that way. And maybe you could even make a follow-up video responding to people's criticisms. So there's just, like, there's a lot of ways to make some good content on YouTube, and there's also a lot of pitfalls to fall into. Is playing bad mobile games new? I don't think it's necessarily new, but I think it is. There's probably a lot of room to be successful in that genre. Had to go for a bit. Did I miss much? I'm not sure how long you were gone for, but I don't know what you missed, but I will be posting a replay of this entire stream if you want to check it out. Can I give you some info? Because I'd kill to let you know something. Go for it, greatest source of empathy. Or of apathy. Any publicity on YT is decent for you. Yes. Unless it's you, like, calling a black person the N-word. Then that publicity is going to be bad. It might get you known, but you're going to be known for all the wrong reasons, and people aren't going to like you. If you hate Animal Crossing, you are a monster, and you'll be my enemy forever. But you'll remember me. That's an important thing to... Not really. Some people do common dives into them. Danny Gonzalez is one. Yeah, I think Danny Gonzalez is super entertaining. You're going to make Q&As. Greatest source of apathy. I'm very interested in what you're going to let me know. Would a mix of Let's Plays and Topics vids be good for a small channel? Yeah, I think that that's okay. I think that if you want to have a running Let's Play series, that's totally fine. I just think that the topic videos are probably going to bring you more success. But when those topic videos bring you success, you might get people that are totally liking your personality and interested in you that now want to watch you do a Let's Play. So that could totally work for you. Yeah, how do I make it here? Just make videos. You know, if I had to give general advice to anybody just starting out, just make videos. Why does your voice sound fake? Because I'm doing a performance right now. You know, I'm on a live stream for everybody. If you talked to me in a conversation, I'd probably be less fake sounding. Like, hey man, how's it going, dude? Oh, your mom just got out of the hospital. That's fucking great. I'm glad to hear that. I can't even turn it off entirely because I'm still on live stream. But yeah, you just put on a different voice. Like this, even my, like, live streams where I'm just gaming, I'll have a more casual voice, but this is like so, like I'm directly addressing you guys all the time that I feel the need to do the more enunciated, like, commentary voice. Okay, wait. Did we get the greatest source of apathy? So a while back, I watched one of your vids on r/quityourbullshit, and I remember you calling John Lennon a piece of shit for beating his vice, even though it was false. He never actually hit Yoko or Cynthia. Continued. I'm pretty sure his son has confirmed that he was abusive of his wife and him. But if I'm wrong, I take it back. I take it back. And I love John Lennon's music, I'm not going to deny that. But if he beat his wife and kid, that is one of the worst things you can do on this earth, and he's a piece of shit for it. So, vocal projection. I got a 4.0 in my public speaking class in college, and I did not get A's on every single assignment. I'm like 99% sure it's just because the teacher appreciated the fact that I projected more than most other students. Can you do an impression of Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé? I paid you $5 for this. Oh my god, Osiris, stop! Osiris, stop. I can't.
Do you wanna kiss? Does that mean kiss? 'Cause I wanna kiss you.
I don't know, that's my best Big Ed impression. If you're not familiar with Big Ed, look up Big Ed from 90 Day Fiancé and see if I did well. Do you find it annoying that people are going to comment down below for ads or like a different game? Wait, what? Do you find it annoying that people are going to comment down below for ads or like a different game? Wait, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I can't believe how long I've been listening. Well, that means I'm slightly engaging at least. Are YouTubers losing money per 100,000 views due to the pandemic? Yes, most definitely. I would say my income, like, things have been different because, like, obviously views go up and down, but my income per view has gone down like 33%, which is a lot. And it should be going up right now. Okay, but let's be real. Yoko Ono emotionally abused the whole... That's a dark joke, but there's a nugget of truth in it. That impression sent me. Yes, yellow bad sheets. I need to pee, and I'm also gonna fill up my coffee and my water. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I love you all. Thank you for being here. I'm probably gonna go for like another 30 minutes after this, so if you have a burning question, please ask. If you want to make sure it gets answered, you can donate. I will read every single question that is asked via donation. But I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Drinking some water. The white noise is not air conditioning. The white noise is my goddamn laptop. Piece of advice for all content creators and gamers out there. Unless you... Oh wait, I don't need these headphones for anything. Unless you absolutely need to be mobile with your computer, do not buy a gaming laptop. Buy a desktop, please. Okay, any more questions? I remember before all the ad problems, I was monetized and had a CPM of around $30, but never got enough views. Damn, that's incredible. That is really fucking good. CPM, by the way, is amount of money you make per 1,000 views. $30 is insane. The average is like 2 to 4. Is there any way we can interact with you directly other than live streams? These are great opportunities for us to get to know you better, especially when there aren't a ton of people here. I will say that the Twitch streams are much less people. Well, actually not really much less. I mean, they're like 30 to 60. Sometimes even less if I don't like tell anybody about them and I just like start them. But I don't really do a lot of DMs and stuff just because I have a really hard time managing the people in my life. So I'm already kind of dropping the ball with like my IRL friends and people that I've become friends with on the internet, that I feel like if I get into conversations with even more people, that'll just be more people to let down when I don't respond, for like weeks. Like, I've got a good friend, or not a great friend, but a person that I like very much, Primink, he's another YouTuber. He messaged me in fucking December, and I haven't responded yet. Because I'm anxious about it, because I don't respond, and then I get anxious about the fact that I haven't responded for a while, and that prevents me from responding. It's just a huge fucking mess. So I apologize if there's not a more one-on-one way that we can talk. How important is title composition compared to the keywords you attach to your video? Boom Razzle, my friend Boom Razzle's in the chat. If you can click on his name and subscribe to him, I would advise you to do so. He's fantastic, and he's going to be creating some great content. He's already killing it on Twitch, and YouTube is his next successful venture. How important is title composition compared to the keywords? I would say SEO, like search engine optimization, is obviously important. That's like all the words involved with your video. Your titles, your tags, your description, those are all really important. I would honestly say that the clickability of the thumbnail and the title is more important than those things. Obviously, you need to cover your ground as far as, like, let's say you're making videos about Apex Legends. Like, if your video is about Apex Legends Season 5, you've got to have Apex Legends in the title, and you've got to have Season 5 in the title. Those are just basic. You've got to cover that ground. But after you've covered that ground, just think about what is the most clickable without falsely representing your video. So I would say focus on clickability after you've optimized your SEO. And title's the most important thing. Title is the most important. People are saying that the description is more important than tags nowadays, but I don't really know. That versus that. Boom is the best. I love you, Boom. Boom is one of the most positive, cool people, while also being, like, real that I've ever met in my life. That was a disgusting burp. How do you make your YouTube thumbnails? What apps do you use? I personally use Canva.com. It's not the best thing, but it's free, and it has a decent amount of options. Like, you can make a pretty thumbnail on Canva. I would honestly recommend, over time, upgrading to something else. I haven't, and it's been okay for me, but I also don't think I have amazing thumbnails. I would say, as far as things that I phone in on my channel, thumbnails is probably one of them, which is bad because they're so fucking important. But if you want to get started, Canva's a good place to start, and any custom thumbnail is going to be better than a screenshot from your video. Unless the screenshot is absolutely amazing. But even then, like, adjusting the contrast and stuff like that from a screenshot, like, anything that, like just make a custom thumbnail and make it good if you can. Just downloaded Twitch so I can watch your streams. How often do you go live? I've been trying to go, like, at least once a week. Sometimes more than that, but I'm gonna be trying to stream more. So yeah. GIMP is what I recommend. It's like a free version of Photoshop. GIMP is also great. I found GIMP to be a little bit more difficult to use than Canva, so if simplicity is your main goal, I would go with Canva. If you want something free that has more options, go with GIMP. Hey, off topic, but I own the same flannel. Love your content. I think this is a Walmart flannel? I think? I don't know. Whatever store sells fat guy flannels, this is it. But they might also sell not fat guy flannels, so I'm not calling you fat. Just downloaded Twitch. Okay, got you. How do you get the motivation for your videos? I have been struggling with that a little bit. And I think most of the motivation comes from, I know that people are waiting for me to make something. Like, not everybody. Like, there's plenty of people that don't give a shit when the next time I upload a video is. But I'll see comments being like, hey, dude, I've gone through everything in your library. Which is like 500 videos, so I'm skeptical of people that say that. But, and they ask me, like, hey, can you, like, when's the next video coming out? So it's comments like that that'll really make me want to put out something new. And also just wanting to, you know, have fun and upload something. So those two things keep me motivated. Having fun, doing something I'm passionate about, and then also doing something nice for, you know, creating something for you guys to enjoy. Is it possible to keep YouTube videos, thumbnails similar? I don't know why I keep adding YouTube where it isn't. Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea? I would say, you know, this is something that's like disputed. Some people want you to have a theme in your thumbnails so that people will see your thumbnail and know that it's from your channel. I would say more important than that is just making sure that it stands out and doesn't look crappy. Because I've seen a lot of people that try to have too much of their branding in a thumbnail and it ends up looking like not great. So I would say focus on making sure it stands out first, and then maybe focus on having a theme after that. Looks like a lesbian flannel if you ask me. That's perfectly fine. I think lesbians have cool flannels. I know you're in a rut. I am as well. It fucking happens, LaDarby. I hope we can both, like, continue to keep fighting, you know? So, gonna take a few more questions, because I feel like well, I mean, if you guys have questions, please ask them, because I'm not seeing too many in the chat, and, you know, if you guys are finished with questions, then I will wrap this up, but what's r/whoosh like these days? That was the sub that got me into videos like yours, but I don't see content creators make videos of that sub anymore. r/whoosh was huge for a hot minute there. There were some million view videos coming out on r/whoosh, and I'm sure there still are, but there was a point where it was really hot. I think people got kind of... I know that there was a point at which, like, popular opinion was that r/whoosh was sort of cringe, if you will, of people being like, haha, you don't get the joke, what an idiot. Like, people just kind of got over that. Some people did. I still think it can be fun, but I also think that it's kind of douchey at sometimes. Alright, I'm back. Anyways, Q, you got any good subreddit advice? Trying to grow r/housing from hell and r/attention assholes a bit. But I kind of need your opinions. I've never grown a subreddit. I've even tried to help other subreddits grow and had a hard time. So I think I'm the wrong guy for that advice. I'm so not experienced on owning or growing a subreddit. So I'm sorry, Billy Joe. I don't have any specific advice for that. Is it just me, or are the videos you've watched in the past being marked as not watched and showing up in the recommendations? That happens to me all the fucking time, CFA. And this is more of a YouTube viewer problem than a YouTube creator problem. But that happens to me all the time. And it frustrates me. Because, like, I'll have enjoyed a video from a creator, and then I'll start to resent that video because it keeps getting recommended to me, even though I've watched it, like, even twice or up to 5 times. YouTube is just really weird with recommendations. I started YouTube on January 1st, 2018. That's when I uploaded my first video. And I think I've since deleted it, so... I deleted a bunch of stuff early on. I wish I hadn't, but I did. There's no proof in queue. Seeing the John proof. What's the John proof? I'm so confused. What would you say how would you say you keep yourself positive during rough times? I try to just do things that I enjoy, even if they're not the best things for me. So I'm not saying, like, do drugs or, like, fucking, eat to excess or anything like that, but I usually go to video games. It's not the best way to stay positive, it's just a coping mechanism. I usually, like I've been doing it recently. I've been diving into playing video games a little bit too much, like, but sometimes you just gotta, you know? You just gotta do something to feel good. So, but how do I keep myself positive? I try to look for positive things, for proof that the universe is not fucked, you know? So I would say seek out positivity if you wanna stay positive. This is your job, or do you have... This is my job now. I am a YouTuber full-time nowadays. Fuck, I'm like way far back in the chat, so I'm gonna scroll down in a second. So feel free to retype your questions. I used to work as a waiter for a long time. I was a waiter for like 4 years. Before that, I was a food runner and a busser, all at the same restaurant. It wasn't the worst, but I hated having to serve people that I knew. And also, it was just rough. I was not really cut out to be a waiter. I didn't like that direct interaction. I much preferred being a busser or a food runner, but neither of those positions paid as well, so. What advice would you give to a teenager? Oh, being a teenager sucks. Don't be too hard on yourself, you know, and try not to take things too seriously. Like, I know it's really easy to say after the fact because everything seems so petty as you move forward in your life. But try not to take drama too seriously. Try not to let stupid things get in between you and your friends. I've seen so many people, like, fall into that where, like, small things tear people apart. And sometimes it's meant to be, you know, sometimes that's not... you guys weren't meant to be friends forever or whatever, but, you know, try and just, you know, not let small things fuck you up too much. I know it's really hard. And, there is a long, long life after high school and after middle school. So just try and keep that in mind as you go through everything. I know that advice wouldn't have changed the way that I dealt with things a lot, but I hope it's able to help a little bit, you know, it's just tough being that age, so try not to be too hard on yourself. That'd be my best piece of advice. How do you find the trending tags / fads in your community? I would stay in touch with the community, and you know, try and stay like directly involved with yeah, just try and stay directly involved with the sources. You know, if there's somebody that always seems to know things first, follow that person. Follow the information sources closely. And yeah, so it's tough. It's tough. I find it hard to stay in touch all the time, but I know that, like, there have been times where, like, I was one of the first people to know things about, like, Apex Legends, or, like, what's another good example? About, like, Valorant, this new game that just came out. So, if you are in touch enough and you have that information, make a fucking video about it, you know? Be the cutting edge. Be on the cutting edge. Doxing scares all of us. I've been so afraid of getting doxed. Can you please do a PC build video? I feel like it'd be an interesting change of content. I might do that for a second channel thing. I'm so afraid because this is my first PC build ever. I'm so nervous. Are we gonna see some waiter stories as videos? I think I've done like 1 or 2. I don't have an incredible amount of waiter stories. More like mistakes I've made interpersonally as a waiter. Like, constantly falling in love with my coworkers. Alright. A Veradian, thank you for the $10 Canadian. That is incredibly generous. Hopefully I can help you with your question here. I want to start creating videos, but I don't know where to start. Where's your advice on finding your niche? Also, keep up the amazing work. I love watching your videos. Thank you, man. You're extremely sweet. Advice on finding your niche. Start with your passions. Start with the things that you're passionate about and you enjoy. And then look into things that topics and genres that might be underserved. Something where you have an interest in it and you'd like to see content about that. You'd like to see more content about it. Like for example, let's use this little background in Skyrim right now as a possible example. Like, let's say this bar scene is a genre of content on YouTube. What's this guy's story? What can you find out about him? You know, let's explore what's going on with him. What is this lighting fixture? What's going on there? What's the deal with that? Like, I know this sounds stupid, but like, look for things that people just might not be talking about enough in a certain topic and make content on it. Or like I've said previously, there's a lot of things that I'm going to repeat on this stream, which I feel bad about, but it's just the only way that I can really like tell you guys everything. Fuck, I totally lost where I was. I totally lost my train of thought. Shit. Fuck. I suck at this. Damn it, son. Okay. What's your niche? Yeah, so find things that you're... Actually, GameQ is my third channel. Q2 is my second channel, Wilt. So yeah, find things that you're passionate about, try and talk about things that might not be talked about enough, and also give your nuanced opinions. Don't be afraid to have a different take than everybody else, and give your opinions. What game are you playing? Currently, I've been playing a lot of CSGO. That's what I've been into lately. I want to play Apex Legends, but my computer won't fucking run it right now. Q2 is the second channel. Thank you, Len Levy. You're dedicated. Too bad it's all the content. Too bad all its content is going up in smoke. So RuneScape isn't a nostalgia thing for me. Should I pick it up to kill time in quarantine? Give it a chance. It's a free game. There's a free version of RuneScape. You know, I've always said that it's not for everybody. It might not resonate with you. But if you get into the game, like, put an hour or two into it, maybe watch a video on the first things to do when you start playing RuneScape or whatever. Give it a chance. It might work for you. Also, you have nothing to be scared of. Just watch the Verge's PC build video as an example of what not to do. I've watched a lot of videos on how to build PCs and also a lot of how not to. I heard that CSGO source code leaked. My niche? What? Niche? It's pretty much like your little corner. If you're actually aren't familiar with that word. Like, I want to give an example of like what a niche would be. So, this is a good example that I've used before, and I think it's a good. This is a good example that I've used before, and I think it's a good example. My examples are the best examples. So, video games, giant genre, hugest genre. So many people interested in them. First-person shooter games, giant genre, so many people interested in them. Hero shooters, a little bit smaller, but still a huge genre. There's a few games in the genre. I guess it's smaller than, you know, you got Apex, you've got Overwatch, you've got Valorant, you've got some other failed games. But let's talk about just Overwatch. Extremely popular game. Flooded. So many people making content on it. Then, in Overwatch, you've got 3 classes of characters. You've got healers, you've got DPS damage characters, and tanks. We're getting a little bit more niche now with each of those. Let's say you wanted to make a video on the healers. that's still somewhat general, but you're getting more niche. You're getting more specific about the game. Then, instead of just talking about healers, let's say you want to focus on one character in the game. Let's say Moira is a healer in Overwatch, which is part of the video game largeness. So, instead of talking about just video games, you're talking about Overwatch, you're talking about the healers in Overwatch, and now you're talking about just Moira specifically. So you've already taken this giant topic and made it even smaller. Now, there are probably already a lot of videos on Moira. She's a popular character. It's a popular game. Let's say you want to give advice to somebody who's playing ranked Overwatch and is a silver level rank in Moira, and their main character is Moira. Like, how to get out of silver as a Moira main. That's a specific video topic that, you know, maybe there aren't that many viewers for it, but maybe you only get 5 videos on or 5 views on a video anyway. So if you can serve the 100 people that are trying to get out of silver rank as a Moira main, hey, you've just brought in new people to your channel. And now, like, okay, so let's say you've made that video. Now you can become the Moira guy. You can make more videos about Moira, and now you start to gain authority as somebody who knows Moira well and knows the game of Overwatch. Then you start talking about healers in general. Like, if you start off small and you gain a little bit of an audience, the greatest thing from that is that you now have an opportunity to expand from that and, you know, make more content for the people that already like you. And also, it's like a foot in the door. A very specific topic is, you know, a foot in the door. Or Wilt. This is a great example. Positioning tips for Moira on X map. That is hyper specific. But there are going to be people that want to know that information. You know? So, like, yeah. Or like a game like Call of Duty Warzone. Like, I know we're talking about gaming a lot, but there are so many people that want to run gaming channels. Like Call of Duty Warzone is a battle royale. Like, what's the best thing to do if you drop in this certain location? Like, what's a good strategy? Like, how long do you loot for before you look for a fight? Like, how-to videos are an amazing way to get started on YouTube, especially as a gaming person. Even if you're not, like, the best gamer or the best expert, like, you're better than somebody who's brand new. You know a little bit more than somebody who's brand new. Niche equals streaming reviews for individual episodes of My Little Pony. That's not a fucking bad idea. I'm sure there are people that are dedicated to My Little Pony where they'd want to watch a review of every single episode of the show. We could do an entire stream just talking about video topics, and I'm sure that, like, some people in the audience would find their first video or the first video that makes them super popular. Is there a type of content that you want to make that you haven't really had a chance to? You know, I feel like I've always wanted to make, like, super long, detailed, like, commentary videos, but I feel like I just don't have, like, the skills or the patience to do so. Like, I'd love to make a video of, like, the quality of, like, a Frederick Knudsen, I'm not sure how to say his name, or an internet historian, but I don't have the skills or patience. I could build those if I wanted to, but I just don't have the willpower right now. Gonna make a 3-hour documentary just thirsting over Moira. You know what? I'm sure that you would get 10 people that would be incredibly happy to have that documentary exist. So to clarify, the build vid would possibly come to Q2. Hypothetically, yeah. The only problem with that is that I hate showing off my body. Like, I'm okay showing off, like, my bust, sort of, like my titties up. But I feel like in order to have a build video, I'd have to have my body in frame, and I might get a little scared of that, so I might not go through with that entirely. Okay, I give up with the John proof. I send it like 10 times. So is there John proof? I don't even know. I'm not, honestly, greatest source of apathy. I apologize if I'm incorrect, and I apologize if I'm being ignorant right now. But I'm not really that interested in going down the John rabbit hole at the moment. I'm sorry if that's a dick move. Any advice on increasing deadlift? I've been on a plateau for a while. I don't have any advice, but I am 100% sure you could find a bunch of YouTube videos about it. I literally just learned how to deadlift, like, earlier this year. My friend tried to teach me, and I barely even learned. I should have gone to the gym with him more. Obviously, I've not been going enough. Maybe you can do a build POV. I don't have, like, a proper camera for that, but I might be able to figure out a way to do it. It's a Tumblr. Oh, we don't do links on the stream. Sorry about that. If you post a link, it's gonna get, like, it's probably not gonna show up. Would showing off glitches / Easter eggs in a game be a good how-to? Fuck yeah. Look up if there's already been videos of it, but, like, even if there are videos, like, your video might stand out. It might help somebody. It might be newer than other people's video. Like, new things are so powerful. You know, like, I don't know. Like, new things are just cool. Like, if you see something, like, when I was looking at PC build guides, there's a million videos on how to build a PC. But I was looking for the most recent one, just to make sure, like, the most recent one with, like, a good views and a good, rating. But I was looking for the most recent one with, like, a good rating and stuff, because I wanted to make sure the information that I was getting was as current as possible. I'm brand new. If I do multiple topics, should I have separate channels? I would say no to start off. I would say focus on one channel, because splitting your time between different channels might just be overwhelming. But I don't know. If they're super different, maybe you might want to. You should start a weight loss series. I thought about that, and I'm not sure if I want to do it. Not because, like, I feel like the accountability would be good, if I was, like, held accountable by you guys to lose the weight. But I'm also nervous that, because, like, if I failed and if I did poorly with it, I've seen so many YouTube channels become a mess because the audience is trying to keep the weight loser accountable and they're not being accountable, and it just becomes a huge thing. What do you think about a series about miscommunication in TV and movies? Ways to prevent conflicts in the future. Maybe analysis on how to type. Those all sound like good video topics. People might have done them before, but you might have a new take, or you could be the first person to make those videos. I would say fucking go for it. Thanks for the insight and tips, Q. This was honestly much more engaging than something like a bigger YouTuber stream. I'm glad that, like, you know, I honestly did expect more viewers to come out to this, but I'm honestly glad that it was the size that it was, because I think it helped me, you know, get a lot more questions answered, or serve a lot more people in the audience. Don't pull a boogie, exactly. Would a YouTube channel work to kickstart my band? We're a rock band named Union Blue. I would say having a YouTube channel is a perfect thing to have as a band. Not just because it might get you exposure, but also it's a great place for people to find your music. Like, I always look up bands on YouTube, and if their music isn't there, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's free to upload your music to YouTube. Just put it there. And also try and make non-just your music videos, you know? Like, there are so many hot new music channels that aren't necessarily, like, bands. Like, KMac 2021 is a great example. KMac 2021. He's a musician, and he's incredible at making music. But you know what? His music wasn't really getting any exposure. Before he started making meme music videos. Like, he just makes funny videos, and it's a way to get people to know him. And now that he posts his new music, it gets more views than it ever did before, and he's getting this creative outlet of being able to make meme videos and stuff. It's awesome. I fucking love K-Mac. I think he's great. I think he's the best. One of the greatest people to ever exist. Okay, so I think... I don't know. What am I doing? I'm on the wrong thing. I'm like doing stupid shit. I am still live. I know. I know. I'm actually preparing a collab with another Reddit YouTuber. I'm not going to talk about it until it's like more far on. I used to follow K-Mac. K-Mac is the best. Our Let's Play video is still cool now that Subnautica is cool. I would say go for anything other than a Let's Play. You can create Let's Plays, but if you really want to get exposure, I would say cover topics in Subnautica. Like, maybe do a Subnautica review. Maybe give your opinion on Subnautica. Maybe explore an aspect of Subnautica that not enough people are talking about. Let's Plays are an awesome, fun genre of videos on YouTube that I love. I don't want anybody to mess that up. I think that Let's Plays are awesome. It's just really hard to get them exposure on YouTube. It's so much easier to make it when you're making a video about certain topics in a genre. Or about like a game. Like the history of the Dwemer. Like, this is fucking fascinating. Like, yeah, you could make a Skyrim Let's Play, or you can tell me, like, how the fuck the Dwemer came up with this sweet spider thing. Like, that's fucking dope. I want to know where that came from. I want to know what the fuck happened to the Dwemer. What happened to them? Why are they not there? Why are just all these robots protecting their shit? How did they create robotic shit? How is this shit so much more high-tech than literally everything else in Cyrodiil? You know? That's fascinating. And I'm sure a bunch of other people want to know. And I'm sure somebody's already explained this on YouTube. So I'm not like saying like, oh, this is your Skyrim video. But like, think along those lines. But anyway, I think that I'm kind of like going around in circles now. I am going to put this live stream up as a permanent video on my channel so that people can revisit it and, you know, get the advice that they want. Go ahead and drop a like on the stream. I hate to beg for that sort of stuff, but it does help out a lot. Go ahead and drop a like. Let me know in the comments of this video after it like goes live. Let me know if you want to see another one of these advice YouTube streams. Like, let me know if you want another advice YouTube stream. Let me know if you'd like, what was that? Advice? Let me know if you'd like a channel review stream, and let me know if you'd like me to make like a dedicated like YouTube advice Q&A video where you leave questions in the comments and then I answer them like pre-recorded. This way I can like think about them more and stuff. So yeah, peace out guys. It was a blast doing this. I had a lot of fun. I'm inspired by the questions that you've asked. Like, all of these things have gotten me thinking about my YouTube channel and what I want to do next. And I will be streaming on Twitch soon, I promise. So yeah, I hope this has helped out a little bit. I hope you guys are staying inspired. Like, don't fucking give up. Just, if I shat on your dreams today and told you that it might not be successful on YouTube, don't get discouraged. Continue doing what you're doing and just try to innovate. Just try and do new things and do your best. You guys are awesome. Skate on the best of your abilities. Make sure you're drinking a sufficient amount of water, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out, guys. How do I end this? I would like to end my stream, please.